All right, everybody, welcome in tonight. It's me, it's your storyteller, Commodore Zed. How is everyone doing? I'm doing fantastic. We have a full house tonight. It's been a while. I'm super excited about that. So everyone give us a, hey, Silly Disco, how's it going? Everyone give us a round of applause. We're having a full house tonight. Love to see it. Love to see it. We just had a crazy night in Werewolf. Lots of crazy repercussions to have to deal with. What happened there? Maybe. Who knows? But if you haven't checked out Werewolf yet, definitely check out the VODs. A lot of crazy stuff. Very interesting stuff happened. Our players are now on a very interesting adventure. As one adventure opens up, another new one always starts, as I like to say. So good for them. I hope they have a great time. We're going to do some quick introductions because we have a full house tonight. We are also starting a new storyline and arc tonight ourselves as we finished up a major one with our last game. We're going to go over the highlights of that as well. So first, we're going to start on I believe it's my left, Bishop, 1810. Tell us about yourself, a little bit about yourself, then tell us a little bit about your character.
Well, hello, my name is Bishop 8, or my handle is Bishop 1810. I am mostly a veteran D&D. Well, not streamer, but player. I play a lot of TTRPGs, 4X games, FPS shooters, all that. I'm still considering streaming, but maybe. Yeah, that's kind of what there is to know about me. As for the character, I'll be playing Ryan Gallagher, a Thin Blood alchemist, who has been away for a little while to set up his haven, make sure taxes look all right, cover face for business, all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
All right, below him is Nerd at Art, who is playing Ulfid Soren's daughter. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself, then a little bit about your character?
Yeah, so I am Nerd at Art. You will never really see me streaming on my channel, but every so often you'll catch me over at Team Wildwood. The hubby and I like to play video games over there, and every so often I even do some art on stream. I am playing Ulfhild Sorensdottir. She is a 1,000-year-old Viking shield maiden who has just woken up after 400 years of torpor, so she is learning all about modern life.
All right, next we have Keyword Savior playing Dante Crow. Give us
Hello.
the deets.
The deets. I'm Keyword Savior. I do stream on Twitch. I am a variety, whatever. Mostly retro streamer. Kind of inconsistent, though I guess my schedule is opening up recently due to certain things. Anyway, playing Dante Crow, I am the local Tremere socialista, insurance adjuster, blood sorcerer, extraordinaire, and apparently has a budding career in legal matters. Yeah, so.
Everybody give Keyword Savior a follow. Everyone follow everyone you see, even if they're not a streamer. Follow them anyway. Because a follow costs you nothing. And next to
follows are free.
Follows are free. Next to him we have Salvatore Ricci, played by retired 11 Bravo. Why don't you give us your details as well, my friend?
Hi, I'm Jeff. I go by retired 11 Bravo or 11B. And I stream on Twitch. Mostly I do painting miniatures. And play some video games and stuff like that. And for the game, I'm playing Salvatore Ricci. A very anachronistic Nosferatu spook creeper. He hangs out like a gargoyle and kind of watches people with his long, creepy fingers.
All right.
It's forever to type on smartphones, too. Yes.
It makes it very difficult. Fantastic. All right. In our last game at Elysium, Dante Crow verbally defeated Valeria Durant and managed to have her banished from the city, thus restoring the reputation of Clan Tremere and earning he and his coterie a feeding ground. I've worked diligently on trying to decide what this feeding ground would be, and the prince has a mortal deliver something to you one night before we begin, and it is a pamphlet for Crestwood Shores. Crestwood Shores is an exclusive high-end gated community situated along a picturesque shore of Lake Blackwater. The neighborhood is a perfect blend of luxury and seclusion, making it an ideal feeding ground for Dante and his coterie. With the controlled access, high security, and upper-class mortal population, it offers a well-curated selection of prey and an excellent cover for kindred activities. So it's an upper-class gated community with all that entails: gated entry, private lake access, dense woodlands surrounding it, and a nice neighborhood design. The community consists of around
lake,
and it's on the lake.
Very nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The community consists of around 30 estate homes, each uniquely designed but adhering to an aesthetic of modern affluence. Winding roads are lined with carefully manicured trees, and streetlights provide a soft illumination at night. That's your feeding ground. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spend some time discussing the coterie and the actual mechanics behind the coterie. So have you guys actually had a chance to look? I mentioned we were going to do this. Have you guys had a chance to look at the coterie creation mechanics in the book? It's okay if you say no.
Some of it I have.
I read it, but I didn't understand some of it, so
Same here.
definitely have to go over it again.
No, I totally get that with you. I'm about to share We're only going to go do this for just a little bit before we jump into the meat and potatoes. This is something we could have done session 1, but we didn't have all our players. Session 0. So now, at the beginning of kind of getting started into the next season, so to speak, I want to take a few moments just to go over it. Okay, so you have different types of coteries. Some of these might fit you, some of them won't. And if you're looking in the book, it's on page 197. If you want to read along. All right, so your coterie... 197, yes.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so you have different types of coterie. You have the Blood Cult, Cerberus coterie, Champions coterie, Commandos, Day Watch, Fang Gang, Hunting Party, Marikal, Nomads, Wastari, Regency, Sabiri, Fame, Watchmen. Now, I don't want you to pick one now, but I do want you to take time to read this during the week. So we'll revisit this. Well, because you guys didn't get a chance to read this week, we'll revisit it not next week, but during the week. I'll try to get with everybody and we'll talk it over. Maybe we can organize a call at some point and we can go over it off of stream if that's okay. It's a lot to get into cold. So if you guys can give me a couple minutes during the week, we'll read it. We'll go over it, and maybe we can have a call and we can work it out. These are example coterie types. We can make our own, and I recommend that we do make our own because we have our own special needs. None of these really fit what I see from what we are, so we're probably definitely gonna have to make our own.
Kind of looking through it, it doesn't seem like any is a good match for us right now, but yeah. We'll work on that.
All right.
I mean, we've basically been a Marshal so far. But terms regards the Prince or Baron. That's basically what we've been doing so far.
But your domain is the Lakeside Gated Community, Crestwood Shores.
Domain expansion.
Yes, it counts as a 1-point domain. It's a gated community, so you guys can feed there, but just about you have to guard it. All right. Now, was there anything anybody wanted to catch up on that they didn't catch up on in downtime actions this week?
I mean, there was a lot I wanted to do, but they can wait for downtime because it would be, yeah.
Okay.
I would like to do droughts though.
Droughts. Okay.
I need a lot of droughts.
All right. Which droughts would you like to make?
Both of the ones that I have, which is Far Reach and Hot Sauce, but I'll I think the max I can have is my safe house ×2 or my haven ×2. So I'll make like about 4 or not 4 of each, but 2 of each at least.
Okay. So why don't you make your checks?
Does the laboratory help me in any way, shape, or form with that, by the way?
I don't believe so.
It doesn't.
Do you think it should? Tell me on it.
I mean, it would be a lot of chemistry and a lot of alchemy, but they can be kind of not intertwined, but they are very related in that kind of aspect. Like it even says in the description, like a lot of meth lab. It looks like meth labs and that kind of stuff. So if I'm kind of picturing or
So hold on. Each dot of this merit adds 1 to the dice pool for rolls related to the science or technology specialty, or to alchemy dice pools for thin bloods using fixatio method.
Yes, so using the fixatio method.
I thought I read that somewhere because I was like, why else? What else would the laboratory be good?
And you're using Fixiato, correct?
Yes.
Then you get a +2.
Fixiato, and my brain sees something else.
So me too. So it took me. I had to stop myself.
Or whatever it is.
Fixiato, yeah.
Actual alchemy.
Whatever you're doing is your business, and I'm not going to judge you for it.
Whatever profane act you are performing, make your rolls.
Okay.
And the roll that you have to make is.
Ow, don't bite.
Okay.
Don't be mean.
What do you roll?
I think
Or
it's alchemy plus intelligence.
Intelligence plus alchemy roll, yes.
And then the laboratory would be 2 more on that, so it's 6 dice.
Yes.
Okay. Whoa. My DDD dice. There it is.
Don't be mean, kitty.
And 1 hunger?
You don't make a rouse check. Nope. Doesn't say you make a rouse check.
We're still all at 1 hunger, or has that changed?
No, you're at. Everyone's at 2 hunger because we haven't done feeding.
I see. 2 hunger dice. Ooh.
Hey, Sakura.
Hey, Saki. Hey, Azrael.
Hello.
Okay, that's a really good one.
Sweet
First 3
Jesus.
yeah, the first 3 were going to be far reach, and then the last 2, the first 2 were going to be far reach. The second 2 were going to be the hot sauce. So one of the far reach that did succeed is a very, very good drought. I think that one actually has additional effects or something when it gets past 6.
I'll have to look. And this is for Red Hot.
Yeah, this one's for the red hot. Yeah, so I think one of those fits. I think it's 3, and I didn't get the threshold. That one's 3.
There we go.
That's acceptable.
Acceptable draft.
Yes.
Draft.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you've made your droughts. I didn't see anything about any extra bonuses if you go above 6. I think that might be your activation to. But if you find it, I'm going to move on. But you can look and read it. All right. So we're going.
To make an extra one.
Yep. So we're going into feeding. I like that. It spawns an extra one.
That would be cool
it dupes.
too, because those are nice. Yeah. It dupes? Yes.
It dupes.
Okay, that's even better.
All right. So everyone's starting at 2 hunger. Who is feeding this evening? 2 hunger is not terrible, but you want to feed?
Yep.
Always
feed.
Always feed.
Always feed. I try to be as down as much as possible.
All right. So you're going for a criminal, correct?
Yep. Going for a criminal. I'll do the drive-by to make sure that the house looks okay. We had somebody trying to break in recently. Idiot.
Ulfil would love to tag along with you this time if that's cool. She wants to she wants to learn about these these bad people that she might feed from.
Yes.
All right. So you're cruising out at night. It's snowing. Before you go out, before everyone goes out to hunt, Alaric has indicated that he wants to meet with Salvatore and his coterie, but in a very unusual place. At Corning Tower, which is an kind of an upscale place. He said top floor of Corning Tower. There aren't a lot of towers in Lake Blackwater. This is one of them. It's a very unusual place for him. But he said top floor of Corning Tower, not on the roof.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, so you're out.
Info and-
You're cruising for criminals. You drive by the house. Nothing seems to be going on by the house tonight.
Salvatore will explain his methodology, and he has a contact who is he deals with bail bonds and people who get a bond to get out of jail, who are bad people. So if they I do bounty hunting work, and I catch them, tie them up, leave them where they are, and
Blood bounty.
I give you an address, and you'll find a person there. Very Spider-Man-like, actually. They're all bound up and stuff. But
Very BDSM.
I was gonna say.
we don't get into Shibari or anything, but yeah.
Make it really nice.
But yeah, and there's something nice. I feel like I'm doing my part to give back to humanity, because most of these people are civilians. They've got nothing to do with this world of darkness we live in. And so, in trying to protect them, I hurt bad people. That's what I do. And so yeah, we'll shop around. Can't find anybody. Give my boy a call. And says, "Hey,
All right, I need you to make.
I've got a crackberry. I've got a blackberry with the big button."
Crackberry.
And it's ancient.
I'm gonna be
And it's like-
fascinated by this. Like, ooh, what is this?
And I push
Fancy
buttons
piece of
very
wizardry.
slowly. There was a time during the 60s and 70s where you had to turn the little wheel on the phone. Tell.
60s and 70s.
So yeah, give him a call and say, "Hey, what do we got?"
Because I don't have anything. I'm pretty dry right now. Middle of the winter, we got everything pretty wrapped up. I
You
mean,
don't have any bad people.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything on the books right now.
What about off the books?
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. He says, "Are you Batman or something?"
Well, a paycheck is a paycheck, is it not?
Yeah, he goes, I'll give you a call when something comes in, but right now this happens from time to time. He doesn't always have something for you. That's when the good old cruising roll comes in.
Cruising.
Wits,
How do we do it?
Wits plus Streetwise. Now, one thing you guys are noticing, there is still an increased police presence on the streets.
Let's
Have a
see.
feeding ground.
We haven't been told about it yet.
Yeah, they haven't told you. They dropped off the pamphlet to you.
Dante, you're the only one that knows.
Oh, I got the
Lord.
pamphlet.
Yep.
Also, by the way, I did find the page it's on.
Okay, what is it?
Uh,
All right,
So
you
two
got.
of them are
All
just
right,
really-
so you're driving around. You're in Ulfield, are driving around, and you don't really run into anybody, right? But Ulfield gets to make the same draw that you do because she's also browsing with you. So wits plus Streetwise.
Oh, I've got 2 dice to roll. So
Willpower, Salvatore.
Do you have heightened senses?
yeah, willpower might be good.
Yeah, willpower might be
We got
good,
two
Salvatore.
between us. That's
I'm
3
helping.
dice.
2 dice, yep. Looking for 3. Oh, yes. Got your 3. All right. As you're driving through, you find you're driving around, you're cruising, and you're keeping a low. It's difficulty 3 because you have to keep a low profile with all the extra police on the street. As you're driving, you pull around the corner, and you see 2 men duck into the alleyway.
Good.
What do you do?
Looks suspicious, does it not?
It's pretty homophobic there. No kidding.
No, let's go walking. And I offer you an elbow. And let's stroll down the street. I got my hood up. It's snowy.
Oh, we've walked on the wrong street.
All right, as you walk down the alleyway, as you walk down the street, you pass the alleyway, you notice the two men kind of crouched next to a dumpster. And they're leaning over, and they've got something between the two of them.
Oh no, we've turned down the wrong alley.
Oh.
They turn and look at you, and one of them's got a little glass pipe in his hand. Says, "What do you want, man?"
Are you high?
Yeah, not till you leave.
And I look over at Alfield and look back. Good.
All right, so how much do you slake from him? Just one?
Two hurt them, but not kill them. I'm not going to kill anybody.
All right, so you don't want to actually harm them?
We can harm them, just not kill them.
I'm just gonna say one because these guys just seem like a couple of druggies that I don't know that they're causing anybody but themselves harm. So I'll just say one.
Hey.
All right, so you each take one.
Gotta get better stock.
Salvatore's a little rougher than you, and he does damage. They can't heal if you lick the wound. So you're roughing them up, right? Okay, so
yeah. But then we'll lick the wound and take the paraphernalia.
All right, you leave them in a daze, the daze that won't last long.
Yeah.
Oh man, my piece.
Yeah. And I'll pat him down.
All right, they have a wallet, and they got some cash in it. He's got a pocket full of crack.
Yeah, we'll take the drugs and just dump it down the sewer.
Oh man, my stash.
All right, so you dump it down the drain pipe. Now the drain it's a pocket full of crack. Yep.
You should go.
My gift to you, yes, a pocket full of crack.
All right, Dante, where are you feeding?
I'm up in a tree waiting for some deer.
All right. Give me your composure plus animal, Ken.
Isn't it?
What's that?
Give me your composure plus animal, Ken.
All right. Composure, animal, Ken. Heightened senses, so one more.
Oh, very nice. All right, you managed to clock a deer. Do you shoot it? Or
No, so it's winter.
Yep.
Deer follow paths. I'm at a crossroads. I'm up in a tree over some deer tracks. One wanders through and I jump down on it.
Jump down on it and you begin feeding. All right. So, and you earlier to slake one hunger.
Yes. Yep.
That which is nice. That's very, 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 very nice of you. So it takes a turn to slake your one hunger. And there's no resonance from the animal, but while you're drinking it, you start to get the sensation that you're drowning. Right? Suddenly you're drowning, and you can't breathe. Even though you don't breathe, you now have the sensation that you can't breathe, and it's very alarming to you.
No kidding.
And it passes. It's only momentary, but it passes. But it leaves you in kind of a little bit of a state.
Not my usual brand, I guess.
This is why elk are better.
Yeah, I'll go after Bighorn next time. Yeah.
Give me a wits plus insight check.
Does my senses factor into it or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, brother.
That's really all you got on 7 dice?
Yeah.
Damn.
Let me roll 3 of them again.
Yeah.
If you want, yeah.
Good lord.
That's better.
All right, you get a sense that there's something wrong with the blood.
Statistics better.
There's something wrong with the blood. You realize where you are. You're not very far from the lake edge.
Interesting. Yeah.
But there was definitely something wrong with the blood.
All right. That's something to report. I make my way back to my haven.
All right. So, Ryan, where do you feed?
He would have a medical bag, plasma bag.
Plasma
Because
bag?
He doesn't have a predator type.
You don't have a predator type, but where do you get your medical bags? How do you source them? That you still have to make feeding checks.
I would like to imagine that he tried to buy stakes into a clinic or some kind of blood donation, so he could more readily have access to that kind of thing.
Give me a wits plus politics roll. See if you've been able, to see if you've been able to source any bags, or are you stealing them? Wits plus larceny.
I don't want to see if it could be persuasion, but politics? Oh God.
Yes, because you're using the bureaucracy to hide your tracks.
That's good. I got a dice. I can roll it. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, I've got 2 hunger dice. Ugh. I think in that case, for now, knowing that, he'll just go hunting as well.
Just go hunting. How do you? Okay. So what do you hunt for?
Probably same thing, deer, because being a hunter as well, deer are common.
All right. So give me a composure plus animal, Ken. And with your baby teeth, you have to use a knife or open them up some other way.
Baby teeth.
He's always got a switchblade.
He's got milk teeth.
What's animal Ken?
No,
Oh my
composure plus animal, Ken.
I need to get better dice pools.
Oh no! Oh, disaster! Bestial failure.
Off to a good start.
Off to a great start. Oh, I'm gonna have to act out a compulsion. Which compulsion are you gonna act out? Roll a d10 for me, and I'm gonna catch up on what you're gonna be doing here. Just 1 second. 5. Okay.
Naturally.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to catch up with this real quick.
Growing bureaucracies.
Okay. So we have a bestial failure, failed roll, not enough successes to reach the difficulty to beat. With which one of our hunger dice comes up with a 1 is a bestial failure. Either the character failed because their beast manifested inappropriately or excessively, or the character's failure angered their beast. The character must act out of compulsion as the blood starts to subtly dictate their actions. All right, so you rolled a 5. Dominance. The blood urges its host to come out on top, to establish dominance. This compulsion drives the vampire not only to excel, but to revel in it. Haunting the weak and challenging the strong, the vampire make their next interaction into a competition, using all means at their disposal to end the victorious and rub the nose of the loser. All right, our next scene is you guys all gathering together at the hotel at the Corning building to meet with Alaric, Kane, the Nosferatu spymaster, and Primogen. You did not manage to feed, so you are still at hunger 2. But what happened is you went to jump on a deer, a majestic animal, glorious, and it moved. The last movement, you fell in shit. angering you, and bruising your ego to such an effect that now the beast is telling you must be dominant.
Okay, I'll try to think of something for that.
I had this. I had this one.
I'm assuming that you wit and bathe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Get all that.
Now he shows up on natural.
Yeah. No,
Looking like
definitely
Rambo.
closed and everything after that. Yeah.
All right, the Corning,
God.
the Corning building, the Corning Tower, the building, the top floor is one large apartment. It is massive, completely encased in glass, a reddish glass that you can tell would protect the sun, protect the people from inside from the sun. Maybe it probably hasn't been tested yet, but there stands Alaric, no longer dressed in his dark, somber clothing, but he's wearing a bright sweater, expensive, well-cut pants, tailored, well-cut shoes. He still is bark-like and as ugly as he's always been, but he's very, very well dressed. He stands with the newfound confidence that he may have lacked before. He's standing straight, not hunched. So he's tall and thin and tree-like. Don't be afraid, Kindred. Please enter. Enter, and be free of my hospitality.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, Alaric.
Looks at you, yes, Mr. Kane.
It's good to see you again, Mr. Kane.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for arriving. I will keep it brief. The reason why I've called you here. We have misplaced Miss Cross, Annabelle Cross.
Not
Misplaced.
Anastasia.
Not Anastasia, no.
Fantastic.
Saturday night, many of us were hunkering down in Elysia. And she began speaking prophecies of blood and ice. Kept repeating a single phrase. It was buried, but the song returns. Frozen lake will bleed. Then she left. She hasn't been seen since. Then we received word that she had been sighted at St. Bartholomew's. Those of you who do know, St. Bartholomew's is an ancient church that's nearly submerged in the wetlands outside, just off the lake. Marshy, very swampy area near the lake's head.
Who saw her?
My ghoul. Don't need to know his name, but I have lost track of him as well. Last I heard from him, he gave me a cryptic warning. He said it sings. That's the last I heard.
So Saturday night, if I had my window open, what would I have heard?
What would you have heard Saturday night? Where you're from? Probably not a whole lot. You heard some wolves howling, but nothing crazy. Nothing.
I'm fairly close to the lake.
But but you're on the wrong side of the lake.
It's a big lake. They were way up there.
They were way up north on the lake.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very large lake.
You didn't see the map,
The
did
amount
you?
of noise they were making, though, across the lake will carry. Gunfire, you can hear that miles away. They were popping off rounds.
It was actually only one
I
gunshot.
think only 2 rounds were shot. Yeah.
Yep. Two
And
rounds
they were shot at the same time.
simultaneously.
One
Yep.
blade.
At the same trajectory, they pass by each other.
The action took like 3 minutes for like 4 hours a game.
Yeah, there were some wolves fighting in the forest, and then the actual fight went down in about 3 minutes.
All right. No, you guys are good. You're good. Do you have any other did you have any other questions there, Dante?
No, I guess not. I've fed tonight near the lake on a stag. It was changed. I don't know how. Feeding was difficult, not fulfilling. Something has happened with the lake, and it's changed more than just a missing kindred and a ghoul.
Yes.
I know from my past on the lake, you had mentioned that the Mohicans had told me there was something under that lake. But did they ever give me any more information than that? Than there's something under that lake?
No, they actively warned you away from it and didn't bring it up and wouldn't talk about it.
Okay.
It's a taboo subject, yeah.
Taboo subject.
We all know that there's something wrong
Yes.
about the lake.
Yeah.
There's something awry.
I don't think Anastasia's disappearance is the
Annabelle's.
major event of excuse me. Yes, I don't think Annabelle's disappearance this Saturday was the largest event that our lake saw. What do you know of Saturday night?
All I know of Saturday nights is what I've read on the internet. I was not privy to the signs of the astronomical phenomenon that allegedly took place at roughly 6:13.
Indeed. Well, I'm certain you're well aware that many ley lines cross directly underneath the fortress island on the lake, where the I was going to say gangrel, where the werewolves find themselves sequestered. What do you suppose that has to do with this occurrence?
Well, if I were to believe in ley lines, I would understand that the prince has made it very clear that he would rather we not have any interaction with the ley lines.
It was entirely possible that Annabelle, being on the edge of the lake with the things that are going on, with the rangeness of whatever's in, on, under, whatever, are related. It just seems like, the lake, don't go out on it. With his weird hands going. It seems rather stupid to go out there.
Has the site been
Annabelle,
investigated?
I was gonna, yeah, that's basically what I was gonna say. Like, you know, she said she didn't go out to the lake. She went to this church nearby the lake. Perhaps
Our
we should
domain is
go there and see
on
what we
the
can
edge of the
find.
lake.
Annabelle is known to haunt St. Bartholomew. Many of us believe it's the place where she makes her haven. That is why I sent my ghoul. My ghoul has not
We
returned
can
answers.
investigate.
I would ask that you're. I'm just requesting a favor to me, one that I will pay back nearly immediately.
Glad you answered that before I had to ask it. We'll investigate. It seems to be our given task to go chasing shadows in this town, even with everything else seems to be larger happening, but we'll endure this.
These strange occurrences, they may relate to some things that I'm looking into as well. I think it is good that we look into this.
And what does your thin-blooded friend have to say?
I agree. Let's go after another wild goose chase, but
Careful, geese
I agree
bite.
to it.
Why would you chase geese?
Say,
Turnabout is fair play.
yes.
It is a colloquialism, a figure of speech. Well, we should be to it. We're burning daylight.
Moonlight.
It's good to see you dressed down, Alaric.
Dressed down. He looks at you. It's anger. Anger flashes in his eyes for a moment. He dressed down?
Your attire. I was making a joke. Try not to raise your blood.
Hey, did you forget yourself, Nia?
I like the place.
Don't think that your current raise in standing gives you any more freedom than it did before amongst your elders.
Certainly. We'll take your errand. Good evening.
Ignore Dante. I like what you've done with this place. I like the glass.
We will see if it works. It'll be very tricky.
I'd be interested to know how you did the glass. UV protection. I'm curious. Thank you for sharing this location and meeting with us.
Of course.
I appreciate it. And gives a nod. Salvatore is always respectful of his elders. He's old. And he comes from a different era where, you definitely less informality, less familiarity.
Yeah,
Head nod on the way out the door, and Mr. Kane, have a good evening, and head on out. I don't want anything to do with this drama that Dante started.
I had been waiting outside.
Dante's a young guy. He's like, nah, fuck it. Fuck
What
these
a
guys.
thin-skinned bitch.
Meanwhile, Ryan's like, wow, okay, that struck a nerve. Okay, bye.
You made fun of his special clothes he put on. Bill to be dressed down.
I complimented him, and he just had to take it the wrong way.
Sensitive.
Coming out after
Seriously.
He's sensitive, man. He's a
Mr.
sensitive
Crow.
little Nosferatu.
Maybe he's got a little bit of something that he's worried about. Dante, laying down the smackdown at Elysium, and how Alaric's on the defense. I don't know. That's the way that came off. Don't talk to me like that. You got to maintain composure.
Mr. Crow.
Oh, Alaric.
You are a social creature. Surely you know how to read a room. He just led us into a very special place, wearing very special clothes, and he seemed very proud of it. It's probably unwise to tease him or undermine his good feeling at it. Feed his ego. He's a very valuable person to be on the good side of.
I haven't had much dealing with your elder, and I will trust me. One has to take a first step on a path to know what this path holds for them. So this was the first step, and I know how to tread lightly from here on. Don't worry, I learned.
Good man.
Or have you not seen me learn?
Oh no, you do learn so fast. It is impressive.
Let me inform you all, as my coterie, with the events that have transpired recently, before we depart, that we've all been granted a feeding ground. And I pass out the pamphlets to everybody.
In the car. Let's talk in the car. We don't talk outside.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we do this in a closed space?
Oh, I thought we'd been sitting in the car waiting, but okay. Not in the street corner, not in the street corner. We had that conversation on the street corner. There you go. Clunk, 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 clunk. All right, there you go. Here's your pamphlets, everybody.
So
Take care.
are we going to this St. Bartholomew's then?
Yes.
Feel that'd be prudent. Might as well. Seems our previous endeavors leading straight to the chase was quickest way there.
All right, so St. Bartholomew's lays outside of town and outside of one of the smaller communities surrounding Lake Blackwater in a small area called Standish Point. Outside of Standish Point is a St. Bartholomew's, which is on a wetland. The church ruins are half sunken into the wetlands, its bell tower cracked, leaning it like a dying giant. You see a vehicle on the old access road. Its doors are flung open.
How many doors are flung open?
Just one.
Let's check the car. I'll look in, but I'll rely on Dante to really see. He can see so much more than I can.
Blufeld has she has eyes of the beast. I just have heightened senses.
Yeah, the heightened senses is what we're looking for.
It's very good. Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
I'll actually go ahead and activate Eyes of the Beast if we're standing around an abandoned vehicle at night.
Okay. And you activate heightened senses again, Dante?
Yeah, I'll activate it again.
Does that cost a willpower to do?
No.
No. So it just happens. No rouse
It's a
check?
free- yeah.
Free action.
No. We
All right.
checked it during the
That's right, we did. You activate your heightened senses. And, yeah, Haggard, exactly. I saw that. I'm not encouraging him.
I prefer patient 0. No.
All right. So you guys are checking the area around. So I want you both to roll a wits plus awareness check. You get to add your aspects to yours, Xavier.
Wits,
Plus
awareness.
Yep.
I've got 6.
You got 6. Don't even bother rolling, Jeff.
Okay.
Because you guys are looking for 3.
That's what I got.
You got 3. If
I was gonna say I'll be standing back, just making sure that nobody's coming up on us. And I got nothing.
Yeah, I'll open up the passenger side door. Does the light come on? Is the light on in it, or is the battery dead?
lights on and you hear static on the radio. Now, what you rolled for is you notice that just around the passenger side is you see the tracks in the frost suggest a struggle, but they end abruptly at the church's entrance.
No.
2 sets of tracks coming from the vehicle.
Yes.
So somebody struggled somebody out of the vehicle.
Someone struggled someone out of the vehicle, but there's no sets of tracks leading up to the vehicle.
Right. Other than the tire tracks.
Yep.
Real quick, we kind of talked about the axe and downtime, but as of right now, I have no weapon on me.
You have an axe.
I have an axe? Okay, I was gonna say I need a tire iron or something in my hand.
From all of us, an electroplated silver head, nice fiber, carbon fiber with all the fancy handle. Says Craftsman on it or something. So.
The air
research and resources.
The air feels thick, as though something unseen actually resists your very presence.
So the air feels different.
The air feels different here, yes.
And it was something we didn't. Obviously, the car was enclosed, so we didn't notice it till we got out.
Right.
All right. Do I notice anything in the car?
In the car? Oh, yeah. In the car, there's a backpack with a laptop in it.
All right. Grab the backpack, toss it into our car. That could be addressed later.
Do you think, Mr. Gallagher, could you check on the laptop computer?
Laptop.
Can you get into it? Perhaps they were doing something. Maybe
I don't have much skills with it. That's not my foray.
We'll take time later. Is there anything in the trunk?
You open the trunk. You pop the trunk. You open it up. There's a spare. There's a tire iron. There's a tarp. There's some duct tape. There's some rope.
Some line, some lawn darts.
There's a line. Yeah.
All right.
A bag of lime.
I still have Ryan's knife on me, but
exactly.
Might as well take a tire iron. A little bit of iron never hurt, unless it was a fay.
I was about to say, whichever car we're using, I don't think Ryan's got a shotgun in it either, so I'm not going to be of real help.
All right. Well, what do you want? You want the blade or the tire iron? I still have your blade from way back.
Oh, he's already got a replacement. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. All right.
He just doesn't have.
Do you want to arm yourself right now? Yeah.
Well, he would always have a pistol, but it's a pistol. You know what I mean?
Better than nothing.
Yeah. No, he's armed. So at this point, always armed. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this damn compulsion.
So
as we're moving up, scan around.
Yeah, the lake is frozen, right? So the wetland that it's sunken into is crusted over.
Crusted over, exactly.
All right. So I don't want to do weight of the feather. That wouldn't matter because that would reduce my strength. 2 in front, 2 behind. Do you want to go around?
Yeah, I guess maybe Salvatore go around the back.
If you're volunteering, might as well. Yep. Ryan, we'll go up front.
Good.
All right.
We follow the tracks in the tracks.
The lower half of the church is consumed by stagnant, ice-crusted water. The old stone structure sinking inch by inch into the marsh. Steps leading to the entrance are barely visible in winter, half frozen and coated in thin, slick sheen of black ice. You see the struggle ends at exactly right there. Once grand and imposing, the limestone walls are streaked with moss and mildew. Long veins of black rock creeping up the stone like fingers of decay. Icicles cling to the eaves and broken statues, giving the structure a jagged skeletal appearance. The stained glass windows, miraculously intact, catches the weak winter moonlight, its crimson and sapphire hues casting an eerie glow over the frog-shrouded marsh. At night it seems to pulse faintly as if something within still breathes. Bell towers cracked, leaned slightly to one side, listing under the weight of years in waterlogged stone. In the coldest winter nights, the frozen air carries the occasional distant chime, but no one pulls the rope. As you sneak around back, you see that it's sunk deep into the water, into the wetlands, and the ice is frozen right up against up all the way up to one of the doors. The doors are frozen shut from the back. There's no way in, except the wall is collapsed. And you could probably fit your way in. You could probably crawl in if you were slightly small.
No, I'm pretty small, but that won't help Goldfield.
I'll roll a rouse check in interwolf form, which is the first time Salvatore will see this, actually.
First time Ryan's gonna see it too. Oh shit.
All right, and you do not get hungrier, so that's fine. As she shifts into a wolf form.
Oh, somebody's been practicing.
So Ulfild is the size of a pretty large wolf. She's got white fur with silver and black markings on her face and back. I posted a picture of her in the Discord.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very nice.
All right.
So yeah, I'll crawl through the spot. I'll go in first since I feel like coming in as wolf, I might be a little more protected than you. I don't know why. I just feel like I've got the teeth.
As you crawl through as you crawl through the hole, you end up to the bottom of your belly in slushy, frigid, black marsh water, slushy, and you're in the back by what you would think is where the altar would be, but it's cracked. The altar at the far end of the nave, the stone altar remains cracked by the encroaching waters. It stands defiantly above the flood. Its carvings worn smooth by time, but still bearing cryptic religious iconography. Images of saints whose faces have been scratched away. What are you looking for in here?
Any movement, anyone present?
No, you don't notice anybody.
Okay. No. Well, I guess. Can I see like the front door from where I'm at?
Yes, you can see the front door, and as you're looking at the front door, Dante and Ryan are probably attempting to open it to come into the front. Is that what you're doing?
Go over, can I trot right over and just open the door with my teeth?
You don't know how doorknobs work yet.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, Salvatore showed me how like a car handle worked and stuff. Like.
No, because they would be walking in as soon as you were navigating your way through.
Gotcha.
All right, so you two come in through the front door.
Okay. We witnessed this whole scene.
Scene, yep, and there's a little bit more for you guys as you're coming in through the front. The main hall is partially underwater. The rear pews are buried beneath several feet of black, slushy marsh water. The wooden pews rot where they stand, their surface slick with mold and frost. You notice there are frozen sections, though, on the outside, but in the inside, the water's not frozen, which is strange.
Is it warmer inside?
No, it's not.
There's something
here. Yeah.
The altar is cracked as well.
Are there any signs of Annabelle or the ghoul or anybody else?
Give me a wits plus awareness check. Get to add your aspects to it.
While he's doing that, I'll go ahead and drink a super good far reach.
Okay. Far reach. All right. You notice that on the altar, there's blood smeared on the altar.
Is it wet?
It is not wet. And you detect a faint inhuman hum echoing from below you. Hanging from the rafters in the tangle of reeds and sinew is you see the missing ghoul's face.
Just his face?
Just his face. His mouth still moves, whispering an unknown language.
Salvatore. I assume Salvatore's come back around. He's not just sitting there watching where Ufeld went in, right?
No, I came in as well.
Would you mind getting
I'm actually very slight in frame.
That belongs to your master, I believe.
Ulfeld's gonna trot out of the water into the unsubmerged section and give a big wet dog shake and transform back into her human form.
That's a neat trick.
Very cool.
Comes in handy.
Let's look and see if there's any way down from here. We can't make out anything on the altar because everything's worn. We know it's cracked. We know there's blood smeared. There's that.
Is there
Is this-
any way to tell that it's hers? Or the
Is this similar to the hum that I experienced when I went out to the island on the lake?
No. And
No.
yeah, and Brian's right. It is a face. You wouldn't necessarily know it's the ghoul. It's a face. I do apologize. That was me giving a little bit of spoiler, but it's the ghoul. It is a face that is hanging from the rafters. That's mouth is still moving.
But it's definitely not an Annabelle, so
It's not Annabelle.
safe to assume it'd be the ghouls.
Oh,
So there
I
you
know. I know. Let me see if I can get. Can I get to the rafters?
You can probably try to climb up, but you'll have to hand over hand to get to where the face is.
Can Ufeld pick him up?
Can I get up on top of it and?
Oh,
I can light as a feather, and she can lift me.
You can
up.
do that as
It's
well.
true.
I just want you to take out my crackberry.
Are you trying to get it in? Ryan will see all this going on. Trying
Record.
to get it closer. He'll just far reach
Recording.
it, bring it down.
He was trying to record the sounds coming out of its mouth.
Does it still?
It's not making actually any noise.
There's nothing to push air past.
There's nothing
its
pushed
lips.
to air past its lips.
It's just
It's just whispering in some language that you can't even hear.
okay.
Is it
Whoever said there's who wants to get it down because we can all get it down. So
Yes.
I don't know why we'd have to touch it, but that's just
Why get closer? But
I
if
pull
people
a
are
pen out of
interested,
my pocket and just
All right, you pull the face down. It's still wet with blood on its rear side.
here you go, Salvatore. He rolls it up, puts it in his pocket.
is it still motioning even when it's down? Like whispering?
Now, as you look down underneath you where you're standing, what was that, Ryan? Ryan? Is the mouth still moving when you pull it down? Yes. It hasn't stopped moving.
That's creepy.
Can you read lips? Or more importantly, can you put video of what it's saying so we can have lips read?
Yeah. Gets out a phone. Recording.
You notice that when you look at it, when you look at the camera, the image that it's taking, it's distorted, twisted.
Mm-hmm.
And even the mouth and everything.
Yes, everything is
not even
twisted and
distinguishable.
distorted.
Aim it at something else. Is everything look distorted right now through your device?
No, nothing else looks distorted.
Just the face.
Just the face.
So you can't videograph.
Fold it up, stick it in my pocket.
That's disgusting. But
I've just got a moving
The
face.
face is going, ow, ow, ow.
Ow, ow, ow. Do you look
Crease.
looking down what you're standing on? Because this area is submerged. You're standing on clear ice. Some of this area is clearly not frozen, but you are standing on clear ice. When you, with your wits plus awareness roll that you made before, when you look down, you notice down through the translucent ice that you see something shifting below. Humanoid shapes, frozen in twisted agony.
Well then.
One of the figures stirs, but nothing breaks through.
Do you suppose those are kindred?
I Care to find out?
We
Frankly.
could cut through the ice, possibly.
Are there any other doors in this place, or is this just like a single room church?
It's not a single room church, but a lot of the doors are submerged. A lot of the building is just sunk in. It's very uneven.
Mm-hmm.
The dead marshes.
Yeah.
Annabelle, I would go just kind of lean down to the ice and Annabelle.
You begin to hear his faint hum, and you begin to feel an unnatural thirst.
What kind of thirst?
Not you. This is just Salvatore right now. He knelt down to the ice.
Are any of the faces identifiable? Are they contemporary looking people?
All you can tell are their figures. Can't tell that. You can't get any details off them.
Annabelle, are you there? Come forth.
Well,
Ryan, shine your phone light down through the ice.
he'll flick it on, but he'll also kind of look back at.
Yeah, I'm kind of inching towards the door.
Don't you have some ritual that you found somebody rather important with? Would that not work here? Or
I
is
can
that
search for
just
Annabelle.
very
Don't you want to find out what this is first? Or do you want to leave this for another night?
I might not be the smartest man, but I also know the rule of FAFO, fuck around, find out. Yeah, we're about to find out.
Is this not Annabelle's haven? If we find her, she can tell us what this is.
Still, rather interesting place to make a cave.
Let
It
us
sounds like a great haven for a Malkavian.
let us leave the
Crazy
structure for the moment.
He
Before
kind of
the
like
structure-
just rolls his neck kind of funny and kind of winces and kind of
Yeah.
he pulls his teeth back, but his lips back, and his fangs are
Are you feeling all right, Salvatore?
Yeah.
just hungry.
Since when? Did you not feed tonight?
1672.
Ate on the way.
We ate on the way.
We got some takeout.
I am feeling more hungry since being here.
This is very strange.
Let us leave the structure. I will try to find Annabelle using my means, but I'd rather not be above whatever that is, whether it's Annabelle or something else. Everything feels strange here. Everything feels wrong. That
Yes.
deer tonight feels like this. So I leave the structure heading back towards the vehicle.
Wait, before you leave.
Salvatore,
You
before
said this
go ahead.
this feels like the deer from earlier. You spoke of this with Alistair. That feels like this. With his long finger.
The air, do you smell it? It feels, it's wrong. It's different, but not like the weather is different or the wind is different. Just, I can't put into words. That deer, it slaked my thirst, but it felt like I was drowning. It felt torpid.
Drowning.
Torrid.
Drowning, you say?
You
Yes. I could
both
not take breath.
you both feel an unending thirst again, an unquenchable thirst, a desire to take a handful of the water, the brackish, nasty water in this church. You have a hunger for it. You just have a sudden compulsion to attempt to make a resolve plus composure check. Looking for 4 successes.
Oh boy. I've got 6, so
I'm going to re-roll 2 of those. I'm going to take a willpower.
All right, you got your 4 key work. All right. Neither one of you feel the compulsion, but you're both able to fight it off. Drink the water in the church.
yeah.
Mm.
You can see that Salvatore has this kind of like close. It's like, no, we leave.
Let's leave.
Yeah, there's an evil here. We need to leave.
Let's get out of here. Sooner the better. Physically pulling. Ulfeld and Ryan.
We should all head back to the car, and you can do your little ritual.
I was about
What
to say,
did
as
you
soon as leaving
feel
was
in
meant,
there?
he was out the door.
Salvatore Ricci, what did you feel in there? Did you thirst
The
for
thirst.
that water?
The black water.
Disgusting, the thought. Anyway, let me cast my ritual. Let me find Annabelle. Hopefully my trail leads us away from this place.
You know, if Annabelle makes her haven under the ice, underneath in the base of this church, it would have seeped into her. Whatever evil there is here could have seeped into her.
Evil is a speculative term. Not all kindred are evil, though that's a discussion for another time. Your speculation is warranted, though your terms are questionable. All right, so ritual trip.
Yep, you know what she looks like?
All right, yep, so I pull out my silk ribbon, I give myself a little cut, I run my ribbon through it, and I light a match. Was it wits and blood sorcery?
It's either that or intelligence.
I hope it's intelligence. I can look it up. Illuminate trail of prey.
The ritual, so go to the ritual section. We'll have this stuff down packed someday, chat.
Intelligence.
One day.
Yep, intelligence plus blood,
Oh, it's intelligence plus.
blood sorcery.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at a different one. All right, my bad.
Yep, intelligence plus blood sorcery, difficulty ritual level +2. +1, so 3 successes.
All right, I guess I gotta.
Spend the willpower if you want. You're running low, though. Gotta be at
Yeah,
some
yeah.
point.
Is there any sort of repeated attempts cost for just trying it again?
Can't just
I
try
can't?
it again. No, you gotta spend the willpower to try.
Yeah, I am running low then. My
yeah,
methods don't work right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's this place, but I can't find her. I can't cast a trail.
Oldfield. What were you thinking?
I was thinking about maybe shape changing into my wolf form again and just kind of seeing if I could literally sniff anything out.
Okay. You may, make a rouse check to shift out. You get hungrier, but you also have an unnatural hunger. Please make a resolve plus composure check. See if you drink from the water. 4 successes.
Yeah, Newfeld was already in it. Nice.
Nice! Critical success. You've managed to not drink from the water, and you shift down into your wolf form, and you smell around. Make a wits plus awareness check. Difficulty 5 if you're looking for Annabelle.
Oh gosh, I only have 4, so yeah.
Yeah, there's no bonus die for being in wolf form.
No.
There's not?
No.
I mean, I could literally track sense in wolf form, but no more than an
Wolves
average wolf.
their sense of smell is like 30 times better than ours.
Right, but
Smelling color.
But they left that purview
But it's okay.
to hide senses. They didn't want to make protein power more powerful than auspex.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Okay, so I don't get anything, and we saw the tracks leading into the church, but do we see any tracks leading away from the church?
No, but while you guys are leaving the church, you see a body or a person kind of lumbering towards you in a heavy wool jacket, blue jeans, gloved hands, and a ski hat, but no face.
Yeah.
I turn
no
to him and I
face?
growl.
But no face.
Hey, I think we found the matching puzzle piece.
Dante, does this look like your person you were
What
trying
was
to find?
the ghoul's name?
Ralph.
I think I'm gonna.
Ralph. Ralph, is that you?
He just moans and he starts approaching you.
Move over towards Ralph and try to speak to him. Ralph.
Try holding his face out for him.
Come, we will get you back
Does it look like a matching face? No, I'm kidding.
His mouth is twitching like he's trying to speak.
Actually, is the face mimicking the movements?
No, the face is not
pull
mimicking
the face out. Yeah. Pull the face out and come to Ralph.
I think
Ralph,
it might eat
come.
it.
We need to get you back to your master now.
Hold on. Don't give it the face. The face is showing more sentience than this. Perhaps it's compelled by whatever that water tried to do to us, or what's in the water. Perhaps the same thing that's compelled, possibly Annabelle.
The lips begin twitching, and finally the tongue kind of flops a little bit, and it spits out, "He is waking," and then it just collapses, falls over, stops moving.
Dramatic.
Go over to Ralph. Try and grab hold of him. He's like, check his pulse.
There is no pulse. The body's cold. The body's the body is
Are
cold.
ghouls usually cold?
No.
Are they
No,
hot?
ghouls are people.
Yeah, they're possessed essentially, right?
All right, guys. At this point, we're going to take our 10-minute break, and then we'll be back, folks. All right. It's more like an 8-minute break, but we'll be back shortly. We love you guys. And thank you. We're back from break. We just had The Walking Dead, little supernatural, little shambling horde there for a moment that just dropped dead in front of the party. Ghoul without a face. Well, we know where the face is. We collected the face before we collected the ghoul.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we want to do from this point?
All right.
Let's get off the lake. Let's get back to a haven.
All right.
Face is done moving, right? It stopped when he stopped.
Yes.
Okay, figured.
The face is no longer moving.
You gonna keep hanging on to that there, Salvatore?
Yes.
Sounds to
All
me like we need to find out whoever this is that woke up.
All right. As you're outside discussing this, a car pulls up to the church. A Crown Victoria.
Do we recognize the car?
It's no, you don't recognize the car.
Is it a cop
Crown
car?
Vic?
The Crown Vic. Yep. It's
I just realized I'm still in wolf form, actually, so I didn't say any of that.
Also, is it a police cruiser or is it just a Crown Vic?
It's just a Crown Vic.
Yeah, I'm going.
On-scene presence.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Were there keys in the car that was abandoned?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Ryan, we'll play this off like car trouble.
Well, your car is there too.
Oh, I thought we all rode together.
You guys did all ride together, so there's 2 cars plus the car that just pulled up. So there's 3.
Yeah, you came out to help Bishop.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, my
Right.
car and
All right.
Bishop.
Door opens up and a man steps out. Dark man, dark hair, dark beard, dark jacket. Steps out. He flashes a badge real quick. Flashes it, goes, Detective Stephen Grover. It's a name you're familiar with, Salvatore. It's one of Lestrade's men. One of his human flunkies. One of the prince's many men.
I'll whisper that to Dante. It's one of Lestrade's men.
Noted. Thank you. Evening.
He goes, I'd highly recommend that you leave immediately.
You don't have to tell us twice. We were already on our way out of here. Seems some bad air tonight.
To say the least.
I whistle for Ufeld. Just taking the dog out for a walk.
That's not a
In the
dog.
back of the car.
That's not a dog.
Close enough. No. My cousin up in the Adirondacks, he crossbreeds with wolves. She's a good girl.
Well, this is the Adirondacks, so keep it on a leash.
Sure thing. All right, Ryan, you good? Let's get out of here. All right, Salvatore, I assume you slip into one of the vehicles along with us?
Yep, I'll slip into one of the vehicles. I'll slip in with you.
Okay. You guys want to make our way back to report to Alaric before we investigate further?
Let's do that before heading off to the library or something. This is.
Okay.
Yeah, very well.
You can return the face to your master, confirm it was his ghoul. I'll stay outside.
As you leave, you see the detective checking out the body that just fell in the snow ahead of you.
Yeah.
And he's as you're driving away, he's just looking at the body, talking on the phone.
Another one for the file. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
And is Dante riding in the same car as Ryan?
Nope,
No, you
Ryan's
took
driving
the ghoul's car.
Oh, I took the ghoul's car. Okay.
Yeah, we still have your earpieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Nobody said that, and I haven't given one to Ufeld. That's right.
Well, they can wait.
Yeah, we've
It'll
just been
happen.
riding around in silence next to each other this entire time. You just like
Awkward silence. Yeah.
Because,
Right.
oh man. Okay.
All right. So we make our way back to the tower.
All right, you make your way back to the tower. Alaric is still there. He's just sort of sitting, reading newspapers. Doesn't seem to know what to do with his time. He wasn't expecting to see you back. So you're back, he says. Well, that's very interesting.
Your ghoul has been destroyed.
Well, that's unfortunate. No waste of resources. How was it destroyed?
Something within the lake, within the church. We saw that there were forms down in the ice, but it called out almost a compulsion to feed right there and to drink of the Blackwater of the lake. Something was very wrong there. It had flung the face up onto the rafters. I have the remains of the one of Lestrade's men came to sort out the body. A detective.
How did Lestrade's man know to be there? Victor mused silently. Or was he just sending someone to check on Annabelle? I don't believe in coincidence.
Neither do I. But we need to do some research on matters of the occult regarding the lake.
Regarding the lake, oh, there's a bevy of such information covering the. I'm sure your next stop will probably be Juliet Darmond's.
Yes.
Yeah, I stayed outside. I don't want to see it.
Yes, that is our plan. She probably has the greatest library of occult lore in the region.
as we're sitting waiting in the car, I'm still in my wolf form in the back seat, and I keep scratching at the window for you to roll it down.
Rolls it down.
But the vehicle was recovered. We're utilizing it now to drive around. Is that acceptable?
That's acceptable.
I will get more information and return that to you.
Very well. Very well. Stay safe, Salvatore.
You as well. It comes
You
back
leave the
down.
face behind.
Yeah, we left the face behind. I don't need to.
Laid it out like a doily.
Just right on like a bumper plate. Yeah.
I kind of just lick the backside. Just curious. Sorry.
Stick it to the wall.
Mac.
All right.
It's still juicy.
I think while all that happens, while he's inside and we're waiting out for the car, Ryan's gonna turn to Dante and be like, "So what all has happened since I've been gone? Since nobody seemed to, notice anybody else was missing, or half the Thin Bloods are gone.
A lot.
Half of them, I should say.
Let's just say that your business could not have been better timed for everything and everybody involved. The Thin Bloods in question. For you, good. For those involved, well, they have no concerns anymore, along with your sire.
Ah, so they just killed all of the Thin Bloods. That's just great.
No, just those involved. Don't worry.
Oh, just those involved.
We've seen neither hide nor hair at Elysium.
What happened? Because nobody has told me at this point. And if I'm supposed to be one of y'all, that would really help to get. But what happened?
We'll talk about it. I don't think we have time right now.
Right. Well, I mean, looking back at the building, Salvatore is still in there.
Yep. No,
At
coming
least
down.
we've got a little bit. Oh,
Coming down the stairs.
any case,
Come to Dante's car, open up and sit down.
I want to hear how he was dealt with. At least.
Ooh. Juliet's.
Agreed.
He has the greatest library of lore.
You don't need to tell me that. That's where I was going to go anyway. All right. So is Ryan going to follow us in that car, or is he going to stow it here?
I think he'd follow you in that car because he doesn't have one. Well, I mean, he would near the company, but he wouldn't want to be driving a company car, so he'll take that one.
Okay. Let's make our way out to Juliet's, because I have a lot of questions for her, and I haven't had a chance to talk to her recently.
All right, so it's roughly about a 20 to 30 minute ride to Juliet's, depending on the weather. The weather's not great. It's not bad. It's just very windy out. Even these high-profile vehicles you tend to seem to like to drive, very difficult. They get pushed around a lot. All right, so you get to Juliet's. She is not expecting you because no one called her.
Oh.
I was thinking to do that. I've been a little distracted. Tonight has been weird, okay? Both
I will make
feeding
sure
and then
to
the
be
thirst.
out of my wolf form by the time we get to Juliet's.
As you get to her house, how do you approach her door?
Very carefully.
Same way I always do. I walk up and I knock.
All right, she opens the door dressed in a fluffy bathrobe, holding a grimoire in one hand and a ink pen in another. What can I do for you, Dante?
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk. And I didn't think it was fitting over the phone, and I've been a little distracted, to say the least, tonight. Did you know that Alaric Kane would be asking our assistance with something?
We should speak inside.
She backs away from the door to let everyone in. She goes, "How many are there of you?"
4.
Well, yes, 4.
Good evening, ladies Armand.
Good evening, Ulfield. She lets you all in. Take a seat and give me a moment. She walks into a room, and a few moments later, she comes out. Stands Go ahead.
As we come in and say, "So sorry for the intrusion. I know that it was gauche to show up without announcement.
Well, if you
Please
knew,
accept my apologies.
and you still did it anyway."
The information going over the telephone is... The secrecy is more important. Please forgive me."
Says if you'll give her a minute. She leaves. She comes back out a few moments later, no longer wearing the bathrobe, but dressed in jeans and an orange sweater. And she sits down. She goes, "What kind of questions do you have?" And she kind of puts her hands on the bridge of her nose, fingers on the bridge of her nose, like she looks depressed, and she seems to want to know what you're trying to get to.
Forgive me, Juliet. What do you know of Saturday Night Past? Wow, I'm sorry. I'm switching my speech patterns weirdly. What do you know of this last Saturday night?
Last Saturday night? Oh, well, about other than the moon growing large at roughly 6:13 and causing strange astronomical confusion in the sky amongst the mortal population, and the ley lines basically exploding, and the cluster of tremors. Not much.
Is that what happened? The ley lines exploded?
Essentially.
What
Again.
could cause something like this?
I have no idea, but I would like to find out. I was going to call you in on this anyway, Dante, so it's fortuitous that you are here now.
Seems fortune has brought us together once again. Again, Alaric Kane conscripted us through Salvatore to find Annabelle. He sent us to her haven, the sunken church, and we found more than just her.
She stops. She stops. She flashes the teaspoon. Like, that is not Annabelle's haven.
I figured as much. When you said she haunts there, these other guys assumed it was her haven.
Oh, thank you for the best viewers. But Nerdwire, thank you for the raid. Woo! What's going on, everybody? I'd give you more, but we're in the middle of a scene, everybody. All right, so that is not her haven. That is just a place she is known to haunt.
Indeed. We weren't the first that he sent out there. He had sent his ghoul, whom we found the remains of, but we didn't find Annabelle. What we found instead was...
Face.
Trying to save face. What we found instead was something stranger. I fed this evening near the lake, and my meal was terrible. It felt like I was drowning after feeding, like I couldn't pull breath. Though I know not need pull breath. It was in the air around that church. The air off the lake was strange. It was different. I couldn't cast my ritual there, and a compulsion to drink the brackish water overwhelmed both myself and Salvatore. And we fear that this
sense of hunger as well.
And we fear this same affliction may have befallen Annabelle. Have you heard of any of such things?
There's a strange compulsion to drink the water of the lake, you said.
And one of the prince's goons came out to investigate as well.
Yes.
Walks out. She walks away from you. She walks to the kitchen. Comes back with a glass. She hands it to you, to Dante. Just go up to the back and fill this up with lake water.
All right. I'll try not to drink any.
All right.
So I go out.
You go out. You fill it with black lake water. You bring it back in. She goes, now drink it.
I don't really want to, but okay.
Here at Tremere.
Look.
All right. Actually, yeah. All right. As you drink the water,
The alchemist starts taking down notes.
Right.
you begin to experience a vision. A red moon burns in the sky. Figures in crimson robes chant beneath it. A man screams, but his blood doesn't spill. It rises. Blood rises up as if pulled by an unseen force. And the vision ends with a whisper. Sings in the blood.
All right. When I come to, I relate this.
And you're very give yourself another hunger, as you're actually hungrier.
Well then. I relate that as well. No, Dante didn't take drugs because Dante doesn't take drugs.
I took drugs. I saw him.
When we found the ghoul, he spoke only 2 words. he wakes. And again, I relate the vision as I saw it.
Juliet puts her hand on her shoulder. Goes, I didn't think you'd actually drink that.
Well, you told me to.
Your bond is strong.
I've come to
Sure.
trust.
When told.
Juliet
And I
looks
don't
at
think I should be blamed for trusting.
Juliet looks at Dante and then looks at Salvatore and goes, sure, the bond is strong.
Like I say, what people will do when they're told.
They say we learn by doing, and she is my mentor.
So you feel hungrier now, even though you drank from the water. You feel very hungry, like you want more of it. You want more of the water. But not enough to go out and go grab another cup of it and drink it, but you feel the desire for it.
It's like saltwater madness.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, that answers one question I had, whether this was isolated to the sunken church or whether it extends across the lake. And it seems that the lake itself is something different now.
So how does
This is
any of
a
this relate back to
strange-
Annabelle, though?
A strange question. Do we know, my lady, you would know more than anyone, what's buried in the lake? We don't have an antediluvian or something submerged down there, right?
There has always been rumors. Far back as when the colonists first came, and slaughtered the people who were here, and then made peace with them. That there was always something in the lake, but no one's ever definitively answered what's in the lake.
Excellent. A MacGuffin.
Not so much a MacGuffin. I don't think it actually exists. I think there's many things in the lake, but not just one thing. You saw things. You saw things in the ice. So we know there are things in the ice. Empirically, you've seen them. We have evidence. You've seen it with your own eyes.
Things that want to kill us at night.
The
Seems
mortals,
to want to contain.
the mortals used to say that the ice never melted on Lake, that it just sank, rose again every winter. That's superstitious nonsense.
What do we have that we could research through regarding the history of this lake? Specifically, anything of an occult nature? Lore, history.
Blood red moon.
As I said, the history of the lake is mostly oral. Well, much of it was destroyed when the colonists came. There's not much left over from before then, and since then there hasn't been much work done on the lake.
Since we're looking for a Malkavian, I had spoken to Anastasia sometime earlier in the week, and she herself spoke to beware a blood red moon. That's not the first time I've heard that, and now this vision depicts a blood red moon. The almanac says that this is going to happen on the eve of the Ides of March, less than a month away. Whatever this is, whether it's ancient or new,
March.
whether it's ancient or new, we're going to find out what is in the lake in less than a month. So perhaps finding Annabelle should be our priority, whether for better or for worse for her. Do I need to wait until the next evening to try my ritual again, or?
No, you can try it again now if you want.
Okay. Perhaps here.
Different scene.
Yeah, perhaps here. I'll try my ritual again, though we are still close to the lake. In case it doesn't work. Intelligence and blood sorcery, right? Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, very nice. You got 4 successes. All right, as you burn the ribbon, the trail illuminates in your mind's eye and it stretches and streaks across the lake, and then sort of dips into it.
So, like looking out Juliet's back window, I see it going out across the lake and just.
Yep.
Do I know the geography of the lake well enough to tell whether or not that's at the church or?
No, it's not at the church. You know that.
Okay.
It's nowhere near the church. It's more like toward the center of the lake.
Okay. And if Annabelle were dead, it wouldn't show this.
It
right?
wouldn't. It would not show this. Yes.
Okay.
Is
Well,
it
it's-
towards one of the islands in the lake?
No, it's not.
That was going to be my next question. All right. Well, it seems Annabelle still breathes, so to speak, at least tonight. And by the looks of things, she is under the ice. So I fear where this trial will bring us. Is there a means that we can recover willpower while we're here in this scene?
No.
No?
You
We
have
could
to.
do that once per...
You have to do that in downtime and go see your touchstones.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
Or you can go spend the scene with a touchstone, but you have to let everybody else go do something else while you go spend your time with your
No,
mom and brother.
That'll happen later. Yeah. That'll happen later. Okay. Well, we can follow the trail. Though I have no great desire to drink that water again. Even though I really want to know.
Let's follow the trail. Let's see where it leads.
Probably the lake to get us wet, or she fell through the lake or something. Yes.
Well, the age-old question: do we walk across the lake or drive around to find a more direct route to where it comes down?
We drive around to get the
Just
shortest
to walk
route.
along. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Time to walk.
So as
Let's
you
take
drive
some-
around the lake, you notice that it circumnavigates and continually always points directly into the center of the lake.
The center of the lake.
Center of the lake, yes.
Okay, then.
So there's no easy way. It would take you most of the night to drive around the lake, do the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, the trail of this leads into the water, right?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
yeah, I don't think we're going into the lake tonight, are we? I mean,
No,
I mean,
we have
yeah,
no
that's-
means.
none of us have to breathe, so we can. But that sounds.
Are there any?
I don't know what we're going
At
into.
least 3 of you don't have to breathe.
It's frozen. You guys could walk across the lake if you wanted to.
Exactly.
It's frozen.
And it would be thick enough that we shouldn't have to worry about much from
Let's go
beneath
then.
it.
Let's see if we can beckon her. I tried to at the other place, but that was not her. I don't know what that was.
Maybe
Okay.
just under the lake at this point, or to teleported to hell. Who knows? If that place over there is like that, and you want us to stand around in it the whole time and find around and fuck out what happens, yeah, let's not.
Kind of look at Ryan. And kind of, let's go. Oh, lead on, Ryan.
You will.
I'm going for a trout across the lake. It's in wolf form.
All right. All right, so you don't get any hungrier. You're doing really well on your rouse checks. All right, so as you're crossing the ice, you pass by many ice shanties, people out there fishing, doing their thing. As you follow the trail, it does lead directly almost to the. As you get to the center, the ice is not as thick. It's a little slushy out here. Yes.
And this is even before it gets down to the
Yes. Before
where
you.
it drops in.
Yes. Begins to get slushy.
So there's really even no way to tell if
Is anyone activating Light of the Feather?
Yeah, I was actually going to say that, but when we started crossing, so
All
that's
right.
another free one.
So you're not going down.
don't have that.
I'll move out as far as I can. I'm fairly slight in comparison to some here, so.
Ryan's only going to go as far as it's safe. So
All right, give me
if it
a
gets a little slushy. It's no.
Give me a wits plus survival. Everybody who doesn't have weight of a feather.
I got 5.
5 on it.
Oh, terrible. I did terribly.
That should be different for Wolffeld, shouldn't it? Because she's supported across 4 paws as opposed to 2 feet.
I'll dog paddle if I have to, but I really don't want to get into that water. It seems like something's. I don't know what kind of fight we're heading into right now, guys.
Wolffeld.
Yeah.
And Ryan, while you two are standing there, the ice that you're on sort of shifts and lifts on one end and lowers on another. As you guys begin sliding toward the deep end, well, you're in the deepest end of the lake. What do you, Salvatore and Dante, what do you do when you see them begin to slip in?
Go to the other side.
Go to the other side. All right. I need you to...
Only with you. Only with you.
Make a dexterity plus athletics check, you two.
Can I use far reach to steady it out real quick?
You may try.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
all right.
Dex athletics. Death athletics. Is that right?
You two don't need to make death athletics. You two are fine. The two who need to make death athletics are Nerdadar and Bishop. But after we see how this far reach goes.
Because this is the 6 success draw. So we go.
All right, you managed to level the ice out, but it is detached.
That's surprising.
All right, Nerdadar, you leap from that ice to the better ice.
I'll just kind of pull the side that I'm on closer and then kind of walk off of it.
Okay.
Dante, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Red light.
Go ahead. Certainly. Can I see that the trail goes down past the surface of the water? Like, does it continue down? Can I see it, or does it disappear at the surface?
It goes down, and you can see it go down, but it gets very dark very quickly.
I have no desire to join Annabelle tonight. I think this is perhaps something that we need to be better prepared for. Not that any of us need to breathe, but none of us need to be drinking that filth. The mystery will be solved. Annabelle still exists in one form or another, where my ritual can find her. She doesn't need to breathe there. Whether or not that's Annabelle in there or not, oh boy.
Ooh, Dante, give me a dexterity plus athletics check while you're pontificating.
See, I assumed we would be making our way out of there, but okay.
Exactly, you are. You turned around and started walking. And as you do, a hand reaches out from the ice and grabs your ankle, tripping you, planting you face first on the ice. And it's still holding onto your ankle, dragging you.
Hell?
Can I run up and bite the hand?
Yes, you may.
What do I need to roll?
Dex plus strength. Not dex, I'm sorry. Strength plus brawl.
Strength plus brawl.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and grab Dante by the hands and pull.
Yep.
I'm gonna see if
Oh, that's terrible. I'm re-rolling that for you.
Okay. You're spending some willpower. Wow, that was bad.
All right. I get to roll 3 black, right?
Yep.
3 black, yep.
I'm gonna see if I can use far reach to kind of space him out.
Okay.
Using the force.
All right, so you're biting him and you're using far reach. Go for it.
Oh, retired was also grabbing onto.
Yeah, he's grabbing onto Dante.
Nice.
Jesus.
Nice, critical. Did well. All right, so you push the hand away, and you bite the hand. As the hand is bitten, it releases and lets go of Dante. It sinks back below the ice.
Well, that just raises more questions than we had already.
Dante, did you beckon Annabelle?
I did not. I thought you were going to. That's why we came out here.
You were the one going out to where?
I got a little distracted when the ice separated, so excuse me.
Go over towards
while
the
you
edge
two are
of the ice.
pontificating again, I'm gonna start kind of barking and like making a jerking motion.
I was
Like,
gonna
why
say,
are we still on this
Why are we
lake?
still here? Let's have this conversation.
Annabelle.
Ryan has just been walking, watched you all stopped, and just went like, I'm not suicidal.
Annabelle, are you there? Come forth, Annabelle.
There's no answer. No
No,
answer.
should I?
No, nothing crawls out of the ice. Nothing pulls itself out. It's just dead silence. Icy dead silence.
Well, we'll back up, and I'll rejoin the others.
All right, so no one fell in the ice. That's good. No one fell in the water.
Yeah.
Thanks for the help, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, so you're walking back.
Well,
When you bit it, Fulfilled, did it taste like a man? Did it taste like dead? Undead? Did it taste weird at all?
If there is an answer to that question, I'll transform out of my human or into my human form to give it. But if not, I'll just keep walking in my wolf form.
I mean, it didn't taste alive. It tasted dead. Like dead, bloated flesh. Undead, undead doesn't taste any different than dead. I don't think there's any distinction. But dead, bloated flesh.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I should have tried to use my Sense the Beast on that. That's what I should have done. Yeah, so I'll transform into my human form as we're walking and just, like, pass that on. Like, whatever it was dead and had been dead for a long time.
I don't know how many bodies have been disposed of in the middle of this lake.
Probably one too many.
we've already had our own run-ins with spirits before and been advised that anybody who dies badly might come back as a vengeful spirit. Perhaps the lake has become full. That's our new problem.
Whatever is down there has been there for a very long time. Even the people that lived here before the colonizers came spoke of it.
Makes you wonder why so many people still live here.
Some people are drawn to dark energies.
Or just
Was this land always underwater? This is a deep lake.
As long as I have
is
been
this
here,
due to
some 700 years.
So it's not due to a dam.
No, glaciers carved these lakes a long time ago.
Whatever's here could be very, very old.
I don't think I had a chance to mention Salvatore, but when I was at the boatyard, they had brought something out of the lake. It was a large wooden box full of iron. Chains. Do you think this is somehow connected?
Possibly.
go dredging in a lake, dumb marine stuff. Suspect.
Was it just chains, or was it something wrapped in chains?
Just chains and iron hooks, fish hooks, things like this, but all iron. I thought maybe it had something to do with myself, but it could have something to do with this.
It may predate you.
So a problem that's been sleeping for millennia decides to make itself our problem now. I feel I'd want to
Lovely.
research the lake itself a bit more. How many stories are there about this?
Many bad things have been done. Dead bodies deposited in the lake. It's a natural place that lots of concrete shoes, as they say.
Making a confession, are you, Salvatore?
I would never.
Ryan?
I don't
I
think
would
so,
think
at
that
least.
actually research area we're going into.
Don't forget
These
your
distinctives.
compulsion, Ryan.
Yeah, no,
Don't forget.
I'm
Yeah, you're supposed to be trying to be dominating. Where's the drama?
You should have jumped out into that water, man. The trail goes right out there.
right out there, and I'm gonna get it. Yeah, no,
Let's find her, Ryan.
I would think that trying to research a place before you actually go into it would be more prudent, because yeah, we don't know what's around here at this point, and you being the man of mysticism with failing spells sometimes is a little interesting. That you haven't done that beforehand before we came here.
Any ritual can
Straw.
fail.
Any ritual can fail, yes, until you're trying to find my sire or something else like that. This
Mr. Gallagher, do you have any skills with research and the like?
research, no, I have enough money to pay people, and they come out quite handy and quite handsomely.
Let's go and perhaps your haven, Mr. Crow?
Indeed. I do have the means to research this lake there.
That would be wise, because clearly we have stepped into something that we don't fully know what's going on, and we need more information before we do anything. So that would be the wisest thing. Instead of standing on a lake, trying to find out firsthand.
We took
Yeah,
advantage of an opportunity. Nothing happened. You're still alive.
Yes,
Mostly.
yes, for now. But how many times do you want to roll the dice in your life and unlife for that? Because some of you are much more resilient than the rest of us here. I like to pride myself on being, I don't know, a little more tactically inclined.
It's very easy to comment on things that have already happened after they've happened. So yes, indeed, the wisest course, it seems, would be to research what we're getting into tonight, provided Mr. Gallagher doesn't have a Jacques Cousteau bathysphere that we might plunge the depths of our fair lake.
Oh, don't
With his-
worry, I do.
Or perhaps his mouth will serve to provide us with bubble enough.
Oh, you couldn't pay me enough to do that. And don't worry, I can pay people.
I'm certain you can, but right now I don't think that serves us. So perhaps
Mr.
a more
Crow,
practical application of our time, shall we?
would you drive?
Agreed.
Indeed. And perhaps Ryan should follow us in the other vehicle as well so that he can I can't think of the word now, extirpate to himself in the vehicle, and none of us have to hear it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Perhaps you two should talk this out. I could take the other vehicle. Besides,
Oh no, I actually like that. No, I'm kidding. I actually like that suggestion. Just the whole car right there. It's just argument.
No, Ryan wants to race, and he can race.
Well, it's not my car.
who wants to drive? I could drive the other car.
I'm driving
How do
my
you want
car.
to do it?
If Ryan wants to ride with us, he can. If he wants to take the other car, that's fine too.
I could take the other
I'm
car.
getting in whatever car Ryan's not getting in because I'm just smirking at his attitude.
Fulfilled is just sitting in the car by herself.
No, she's with
It's
me.
nice and quiet here.
I'll drive the other car. I wanted to speak with Oldfield alone anyway. So
Oldfield should drive.
Oldfield should drive.
Oldfield would
I
not
actually
know
wanna see
where
that.
to
Yeah,
start.
Give her
All
some driving lessons.
All
real
right,
quick.
so you're driving on your way to Dante's cabin.
Yeah.
A cabin in the woods. All right, and there you're going to do some research, Dante?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, what are you using for your research? The internet? Just your library of books that may or may not contain information on Lake Blackwater's.
I was gonna say I did find a
Indigenous
map
history.
with ley lines and everything in that. So there's a lot of books in that library. So yes, I will use that.
Lady
So-
Oldfield.
I also have a specialization in investigation.
Yes, Salvatore.
The events of this evening, there's something in the lake, something old, older than you probably. This could be tied to you and your offspring. If they know something, perhaps they know something.
Indeed.
And they are aware that you live. Maybe roads are converging. Be careful. This could have something to do with you. So the things that we investigate and the things we find could be very personal to you.
She just kind of nods. She doesn't want to say too much in front of the others yet.
No, we're riding together. We had our own car ride.
Yeah, I agree with you, Salvatore. I think perhaps we should spend some time this week looking into my ancestry, shall we say?
All
Very
right.
good idea.
So Ryan and what's your name? Dante. Yeah, Ryan and Dante. So you guys are doing some research. I would want you to make an intelligence plus occult roll. Difficulty 3. Actually difficulty 4 with your sources.
Intelligence plus
Intelligence plus occult roll. Intelligence plus occult. 4 successes.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good thing I still know absolutely nothing about
it. Can I assist?
You may. You throw another die if you throw 2 more die.
A little bit about the
throw 2 more die. 1 die for Bishop and 1 die for Retired 11 Bravo. So throw 2 more die keyword.
Okay.
All right. You got 1 success over the threshold. While you're doing research in your books, it's not, you don't really find anything particularly on the lake, but it's more about you were able to confirm that the feeding vessels near the lake are off. There's something wrong. They tasted differently. You don't know why. There's something definitely off with the residents, but you know that for a fact. You didn't get enough to really discern what it was, but there's you would need more evidence to make more detailed. Yes. Yep.
Can this be an extended test? It just takes more time to get those successes.
Exactly. That's where we're going. We're going. That's where we're going with this. But you need more evidence. You need more data.
Was the change in the air quality that we experienced? Was it St. Bartholomew? Is that the church?
St. Bartholomew. Yep. St. Bart's.
Was that tangible anywhere else in town, near or far from the lake?
On the lake. I do apologize. I should have mentioned it. You felt it on the lake as well.
So, like at Juliet's house, or
not at Juliet's house when you were out on the lake.
Well, these guys are researching. When Dante mentions that he needs more evidence, I'm going to run outside and I'm going to try and catch some sort of creature.
All right, wits plus animal, Ken.
Perhaps the creatures drinking from the lake are tainted.
Mm-hmm. Tainted.
We're terrible.
You have a terrible time out there. You don't manage to catch anything. Guys, give me 1 second. I got a text. I got to check my washing machine. One moment, please.
If you've got a library, Salvatore would peruse your books.
By
all means,
Ryan would definitely try to help out as well. Kind of like, oh, hey, here's something that.
Yes, we're looking for folklore. Really, that's what we're looking up. Anything that can speak to stories about the lake, perhaps supernatural experiences.
There were a ton of bodies in that like under the ice. Do any of the legends or any of this contain anything?
Did St. Bart's have a graveyard?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Not that you can see because it was probably submerged.
Or would it have a crypt Or a vault?
Not that you noticed, because it was probably submerged.
Mr. Crow. 2 things. 1, the church. Churches maintain records of their parishioners and especially who's buried. I think if there is a graveyard adjoined to this, it's under the lake now. 2, what we're looking at is old. I wonder if anyone has connection to the Native American tribes of the area. They may have some
Folklore, I
passed
believe is the
on
word you're looking
knowledge.
for. Agreed. My mind went there too. And perhaps the records on St. Bart's. We shouldn't take too long to find that. Tack. Right. Does St. Bart's have records of burials there?
Give me an intelligence plus computer check to see if we can access them through the internet. Maybe we can
Do
find
I
them.
get my bonus from my library?
Yes.
Okay.
You should have added that bonus to your library to your cult roll too.
I did?
Did?
Don't
Okay.
worry.
All right. You did.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Points enough?
No, but you're going into a compulsion now.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Okay, you're gonna spend a willpower. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you can do that. That's right. Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm not getting into that territory there.
If I would
Yeah, you are. You're still getting into that territory there because you were looking up.
What kind of a success did I need?
You needed
4?
3.
Oh, okay.
You needed 3. And you got
Okay.
2. All right, so you are going into that territory, which can roll a die, a 1d10, a regular d10.
Yep.
9, paranoia. All right,
Again.
yes, Hunter and Hunter, the
Who are you
vampire,
people?
always needs to keep their eyes and the ears peeled for trouble. So in a social setting, you're not in a social setting, you're not really in a solitary one, but you see threats where none exist, lashing out and fleeing, fixating on random occult symbols or weird coincidences. Have at it.
It's my life.
All right, Charlie Day.
Yeah, right. And that was just from trying to find out whether or not they had. Wait, I had a difficulty 3 of burial to try to find burial records.
This place, yes, because it hasn't existed for some time now.
Okay, good enough.
Out of curiosity, because
These are the Algonquin peoples that lived here. I have a little experience with them long, long ago.
Did I at least find out how old St. Bartholomew's was?
Yes, you can. St. Bartholomew's was built when Lake Blackwater was first built. It's one of the first buildings that was built, of stone buildings, not wooden buildings. One of the most permanent buildings that was built back at Standish Point, one of the first settlements of the Lake Blackwater area.
Was that about
What year?
1871?
No, it was in the 1800s, but not 1781.
After my time.
Yes, but not as far back as we're looking for.
Are there any kindred here in Lake Blackwater that would have been present at this time?
so a lot of old.
Perhaps, if not shortly after the founding of the town. But I feel that Salvatore is right that we must seek from the indigenous population. Their spoken history would extend far beyond any electronic or paper history that we might dredge up or attempt to.
Let's go there. Get into those resources somehow.
There where, sir?
One of the Algonquin tribes might have something. Wabanaki, Huron, Ojibwa. The Huron.
I'm afraid I have no contacts with any of those groups.
Not in a very long time. I don't even remember the language.
All right, so I called Juliet up.
Yes, Dante.
Well, it seems the water isn't the worst part about the lake. It seems that it's gone a bit soft in the middle, and grown hands, so to speak. Our little trip out towards to find Annabelle brought us directly towards the middle of the lake, where it's begun melting and cracking, and as both Ufeld and Ryan discovered, not at all stable. And on our retreat from that incident, something whether made manifest or animate reached up and tried to pull me down along with it.
Probably.
Indeed, you weren't there. So we've come to an impasse. We don't know if this is a new manifestation of something old or simply something old waking up. Do you have any contacts with, this is a far reach, any of the local native indigenous tribes, those who might have an oral history about the region that might shed some light on this?
She stops. She considers nothing, thinks. This is nothing offhand, nothing that's concrete. It's not like I have a magical Native American in my pocket.
Perhaps I can ask Ryan if maybe during his daytime endeavors that he might seek out some local historian.
Well, I'm not going to find one in the cupboard either, so we'll see.
Indeed. Do you have thoughts on this? On Annabelle being in the lake and the things that we've seen tonight?
Things in the lake. That's just great. That's just great. Yeah, that's just what we need. Sabat, now things in the lake. I'm leaving. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with Lake Blackwater. I'm just kidding, but I'm not. I'm done. I'm just done
Honestly,
with this place.
I can't say that I blame you.
I quit.
Have you felt the air outside of your house? Have you opened a window? Have you felt what the lake feels like?
It feels off, and everything is around this lake. Everyone is around this lake.
Indeed. The feeding vessels are tainted. Those animals, I fear, that are drinking from the lake are changed by it. I don't know what this holds for Lake Blackwater as a whole, but seems we have less than a month to figure it out.
I don't know. That might just be a coincidence. Besides Mark. That just seems a little too on the nose.
Are Annabelle and Anastasia in any way related?
They're both Malkavians. That's as close as they're related.
I know that. Yeah. That's put too much faith in the ramblings of a Malkavian, I guess.
Not to further sully the water, so to speak, but what I bit into on the lake was dead. Was this Valencia, who was recently rejected by her prince? Was she not described to me as a necromancer? Could this
Valeria.
be her work? Valeria.
She was adept with spirits, but I don't know. I don't think that this is her. She would be risking a lot to break the masquerade, to rile up the prince and every kindred in Lake Blackwater. And for what?
It would be quite
petty.
It would be quite the coincidence that she was at the lake you were.
I don't think she would risk a blood hunt.
People are willing to risk quite a lot.
If you can find out anything of Lake Blackwater in antiquity, any stories, any folklores, any urban legends, any Reddit posts about supernatural, the truth is here, happenings of Lake Blackwater, whether far in the past or more recently, I would love for you to let me know, if you have the time, of course. I know we've intruded on you enough already tonight, though I fear that this does involve you, given that you live exactly on the lake.
Mr. Gallagher.
Yes.
Can you look up the closest reservation of Native Americans here? It's something we could go to them directly, set up an appointment. Yeah, shortly after dusk.
And I'll check reservations that are.
Your name has some weight. So,
It does. I'll look into that.
thank you.
See.
I want to make a reservation.
Are there any other buildings in Lake Blackwater that any member of the coterie would be aware of that are as old as St. Bartholomew, somewhere that might hold history?
Well, can you repeat that again for me?
I'm wondering if there's any other buildings in Lake Blackwater that are as old or similar in age to St. Bartholomew's that might also hold some history.
There are, and to let you know, there are, and also to let you know, the closest Indian reservation is hours away along. It's St. Regis Mohawk Reservation, which is located in northern New York near the Canadian border. It's actually not close to Lake Blackwater or Lake George as it is at all.
It's up near Waterville, isn't it? Or
Yep.
Watertown.
It's up near Watertown. Yep, on the other side of the state.
In that case, I'll tire be like, hey, I need you to look for some people around here.
All right. So
Not
yes,
that
but there
area.
are other buildings that are probably just as old, but not in Lake Blackwater themselves. But they're kind of in the smaller communities around the area.
Individuals, of course.
Yep. Probably mostly churches too. Churches tend to be built more often than any other building in colonial times.
I mean, if there's any churches that are of similar age to that one, then I don't know, maybe there'll be some sort of indication of what's going on. I don't know. Just a thought.
It's a good thought.
All right. I will update you if I find anything else this evening, Juliet. Please feel free to update me if you find anything on this matter.
She says, I'm not really looking, but I'll give it a shot.
Well, I thank you for any effort. Lock your windows.
They are all there. Beware of the lake. Well, I live on the lake. So do you.
Yeah. Close your toilet. Put something heavy on it.
Ghost proof it real quick, yeah.
Oh, don't tell me that, Sakura. I want chicken so bad.
I could really go for some chicken myself.
Oh,
We're getting a new
man.
Popeyes here.
All right, time out, everybody. Chicken break.
Chicken break. All right.
Go get some chicken.
So, what are we doing at this point? I feel like we're winding down naturally. So
I don't have any other ideas of.
We would have to find an elder native person around
Yeah.
here. Not on a reservation. There are just people just living.
Somewhere or something that's been tied to the. Doesn't even have to be native.
Why not ask the natives that are living now? They have
Too.
They have an oral history. They write most of it down now in order to preserve it.
I'd also imagine that people have lived here for quite a time in history.
It's
Probably
very
some
important.
families around that have seen some of this before. You could track them down.
It's central in the Iroquois nation. People have always been here. At least 50,000 years ago or so. I hope our horror isn't that
so
old.
really?
Somebody has to know something.
Bluefield,
All
make a. I want you to make a wits plus occult check.
Oh, I have no occult.
Well, make a
You
wits
have
check
one.
then.
If you're in my library, you have one.
You have at least one.
All right.
I'm just trying to see if you
Oh, wait,
recall
I should have made
anything.
a 4.
No.
I should have rolled
No.
2 for that because I would have had a pool of 4. Damn
Trying
it.
to see if there's any information you could recall from all those years you walked amongst the Mohican people. Any little stories you may have whispered, but no, you just weren't paying attention.
Everyone was so
about,
tight-lipped about it. I mean,
in the library, are there anything regarding? It would be any kind of Native American, northeastern stuff, or the Sorensens.
I was gonna say, let's work backwards. Like, let's look up the blood moon and what this ritual could be with the red robes.
Certainly.
Some cult.
Maybe it's a new age cult. Who knows? No, maybe it's not.
'Cause I've got a cult and pretty good wits.
All right, so what are you researching with? Using the internet? Are you asking ChatGPT? Going through your books because you have a limited number of books.
Chat GPT is not research. That is a language model. That is not a knowledge database. All right, so I will roll a check for my books for any ancient occult mentioning of the blood red moon, the rituals that I saw in the vision, and if Ryan or anybody else wants to try to use the internet, they can do that. But
Fantastic. Give me a wits plus occult plus your library. I don't want to forget that.
Does anybody else have dots in investigate?
Yeah, I do.
Then Ryan will show you how to work the internet.
All right, you got 5 successes. You were looking for 4. You got 1 over the margin.
I got 6.
Yes. Oh, yeah, there it is. I didn't see it. I had to scroll down. You got 2 over the margin.
Well, I think ads are.
Let me see. It doesn't matter. Ads are for the pores.
No.
All right, so the blood doesn't taste different. Most of you recalling from the taste of blood that you had from the animal you had before, from your feeding. And you're mostly drawing off of that because you haven't gone and gotten any more data yet, like we talked about before, like I'd mentioned. You didn't get any more data. So now you're basically just going off the information you had before. And you've gone through your books, you've looked up the blood red moon, you've made some correlations. Blood red moon is just something when the moon is at its biggest, which is the next time that's supposed to happen is the Ides of March. But weirdness on the internet and talking about weird astronomical things that happened on Saturday, they're not sure if it's going to happen again because they're calling that the new blood red moon.
Interesting. All right. Let me go find something.
But
Let me go find an animal.
But you're also thinking all those that cluster of earthquakes clearly had to have something to do with it. Maybe something happened that went wrong. Maybe someone tried to do something that didn't go right. Maybe
somebody trying to fuck with the ley lines.
Maybe someone. Maybe someone was doing a ritual with the ley lines and they screwed it up.
Look at that map. Is there another crossing of the ley lines other than that fortress island in Lake Blackwater?
There is, and it's on a peninsula on the lake.
Let me guess. Standish Point.
No, not Standish Point.
Out of curiosity, Brian looks up the earthquake map because it's very, very specific now. Where was it centered?
Where was it centered? In Lake Blackwater, in the lake.
Just dead center in the lake?
Underneath the lake, yes.
Okay.
Under an island called Fortress Island.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
I would not recommend going back.
When I spoke to Anastasia the other evening, she told me that the answer to these tremors would be found by following where the ley lines cross. And I assumed she meant that island. And I told her I'd already been there. But it seems there is another place where the ley lines cross, just off of the lake. How far away is our peninsula?
Oh, it's way up north. If you look on a Google map, if you overlay it over Google's map and you shrink it down so it fits, you see a mansion.
What's the name of the lake?
Lake Black. Well, you can't look up Lake Black. It's Lake George. I got a pic. I'll show you the picture. I'll show you the picture. It's just you have to.
It's like halfway up the lake on the eastern.
Oh, the lake's a lot bigger than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a big lake.
Zed is saying that where the ley lines cross, there's a mansion.
Yes.
I'm looking for the picture. So there it is. Just ignore all the stuff written on it.
It's not the mansion of the late Mayor Hayes, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
It's in the pictures tab in Lake Blackwater.
So Mayor Hayes was fucking with the ley lines. Gotcha.
It seems perhaps he did his pass in an auto accident.
Goes and goes.
I mean,
it's a huge lake.
Well, I guess we need to go check it out.
Yes, and hopefully, given that the mayor supposedly passed away in an auto accident on Route 22, hopefully the law enforcement presence won't be too strong at his manor.
I think it will be.
Well, it's not his. But you guys don't know that. You don't know that. It's not his house. You guys don't know that.
Oh, okay.
You guys wouldn't know that.
Okay. All right. Can we get there tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you can get there tonight. It's only Lake Blackwater. Depending on how you go there, it could take you up to an hour.
Okay. Shall we research before we endeavor to this
Yes.
mysterious place?
Absolutely.
Shall we prepare better than we have earlier tonight?
Previously.
Well, Phil just kind of holds up her axe and goes, "I'm ready."
Oh, she's good. No, she's good. It just doesn't even look just good. See, she's got the right idea.
All right, if you Google Maps it, it'll show you the place, and it'll give you the address, and you can Google who owns it. That's what you're doing. That's the kind of research you're doing.
Mhm.
That's easy stuff. Yep, it's
Annabelle Beach.
yep. This is property owned by Midnight Timberworks.
Again.
Now it's going to
Some
be
more.
owned by me.
It's a, forget the name of the term. Not aggressive takeover.
A hostile takeover.
Hostile takeover, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 90s term.
What was the place?
Midnight Timberworks. It's owned by Midnight Timberworks.
Totally haven't heard that in another stream before, I swear.
I mean, we can go out there.
Let's do it.
Down. Go.
Are we
All right.
aware of what happened with Midnight Timberworks? Midnight Timberwolf.
We know there was a terrorist attack some weeks back.
Hi,
We
Princess
know that the
Brawhammer.
CEO was killed.
Well, no, he just went missing.
He just
The
went
CEO
missing. You don't know that he's
Oh,
been
that's right.
killed.
Excuse me.
He
Excuse
just
me.
went missing. Yep. And a new CEO has taken over, Jeremiah Clancy.
And he hasn't been reported missing yet, right?
He has not been reported missing. No, he has not.
I like how you added "yet" to that, by the way.
I mean, to be honest,
caught
like,
that.
I don't know. Like, I don't know, you know? For all I know, he actually got out just fine. So that's why I was asking if he had been reported missing.
All right, if you drive over there, it takes an hour. As you pull in, the long driveway, very long driveway. As you get up there, you notice that there is no house. There's just a crater in the ground.
Well then.
I
I'm-
believe this is what they call a Google Maps mistake.
I think
I don't.
there was
think
a
so.
house until recently. I'm eyes over my shoulder. Is there anybody around? Do I see anybody? Heightened senses?
No, you don't see anybody. But give me a wits plus awareness check. Maybe the real house was the friends we made along the way.
I really
got
need to put
6.
some points in awareness.
You don't. Yeah, you can take half. You don't notice anyone, Salvatore. There's no one there. No humans, anyway.
Is there a gate or anything at the end of the driveway, or is it just
There's
open and then crater?
There's a cattle gate.
There's a cow gate.
There's a cattle gate. You open the cattle gate when you get there. It's not so much just a crater. It's just there was a house, but it's in pieces. It's crumbled, and it's recent.
Somebody stop Sakura.
There's a lot.
Somebody stop Sakura.
Maybe it's a warehouse.
Oh man.
There is a charred tree in the back. Massive charred tree. Looks like it was struck by lightning.
Do I smell anything?
Char.
Just char.
Char.
Any disturbance to the lake from here, or just?
Yeah, but you got a good view of the lake.
And this is where the ley lines converged.
Yes.
Is there any evidence on the mundane side of it for that, or it's just crater?
Just cratered.
And there's no police tape. Nobody's been up here.
No police tape. There's tracks everywhere. All sorts of tracks. Human tracks, animal tracks, vehicle tracks. Lots of vehicle tracks. At least 6 different, trails or tracks that have gone in different directions.
I think, out of
I'd
curiosity,
walk it.
Wolf form. Yeah, I want to walk the whole perimeter and take in the smells and see if I see anything.
I want to see if anything was left behind of any kind. I've got a specialty in forensics.
Okay.
and
I'm
Brian's
staying by the car, and I'm keeping an eye on the long driveway.
All right.
Brian's going to take pictures of all of the tracks, like the boot tracks, the tire tracks, and that kind of stuff.
All right, Salvatore. While you're
This is
investigating, you find pieces of a broken rifle, a long rifle, very long rifle that's shattered. Looks like it's been hit by a round.
No one's
Not salvageable in any way.
No, completely fucked.
Brian walks up to it. Oh yeah, that's an AR-15. This.
Perhaps I'll keep it for Dante. Maybe he can do a trace.
Nerd Art, while you're scouting around, you don't really run into anything out there. You take in the sense. You do get a sense of a thickness in the air, as if it's resisting you again. Mm-hmm. And you do, since you made a rouse check, make a wits plus composure check for me.
Wits plus composure.
No, resolve plus composure. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Resolve plus composure. Where are we?
Looking for 3 successes. Got them. You feel compelled to drink the water, but you don't.
Okay.
Keywork, you're just watching down the road?
Yeah, I'm staying by the car. My hackles are kind of up. I'm waiting for somebody or something to show up here.
No one shows up. It's quiet. Very, very, very quiet.
Too quiet.
Too quiet, yes.
No birds, no insects.
If I don't
no
find
insects,
anything
all
else,
that.
like shell casings.
Well, it's the middle of winter, Ryan. It's like a foot of snow on the ground.
Yeah. Well, I'll bring the rifle back to Dante.
Cute. What's it do?
It
doesn't look like it works anymore.
You put a bullet in and it shoots out the other end.
Usually, but this one looks like it can't do that.
Looks like somebody broke it.
Effectively.
Somebody that was here in whatever altercation this was.
Looks like there were a lot of people here, or things that weren't people. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that tree, and I don't know what the deal is with the house, and I honestly don't know why we don't have 1,000 police officers here right now. This is something new. I don't know what this has to do with the lake, but I think something big happened here, and I think it's a good thing that we all laid low Saturday night.
You can track things. Perhaps you could trace who this belonged to.
I wish I could. That
Ish.
Well,
Good
if you can do
before.
better, I need an image. I need something I can see, a strong feeling. But this is just a weapon. There was no bond here. Nobody was attached to this. This was used like a tool and discarded after it was broken. So I don't know what you want me to do with that. If you have better ideas, Ryan, I'm all ears. But this is just another frustrating dead end for us.
He'll just
And the sooner we get out of here, all the better.
I see. I see. He'll just hold his gloved hand out for
Hand it over. You can't get my
I've got
fingerprints.
people who can trace this, the sales and everything.
Trace what?
So, yes. It's a bullet casing he found.
Well, no, it's an actual rifle.
An actual rifle. Yeah, in that case, he'll take the rifle.
Is there a serial number on it?
No, it's been shaved off.
Oh, okay. So then I can just take it to somebody else who can metallically tell who it was made and get it tracked down that way, because resources.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have people who can track this down, even if
Filing that off does nothing.
yeah, they can tell where it
I've
was
seen
made.
CSI.
Mm-hmm.
They can still pull those numbers up.
Oh yeah.
Enhance.
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 But yes, you'll take the rifle and go, yeah, I have people who can track this down.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I do have my own little empire, so I do have much more resources than people.
And you are appreciated.
Sure. Bottle them. When the results turn out, I await them. But as far as that, I don't think that that's the answer we're looking for. Do we see anything at all relating to the lake here? Is there any disturbance between this scene and the lake? Or is it just adjacent?
There are prints that go down toward the lake. They're half buried in snow, but you do manage to notice prints that head toward the lake. They're canine.
Okay.
Did Field come here?
Who failed?
Felt.
Can you
Where
track
do those
these?
go, if you don't mind?
I'll follow them.
I'll go with you. Slow down.
They lead to
Come on,
snowmobile
Dante.
tracks, and the snowmobile tracks disappear after a while.
Taking more
damn
pictures, more
snowmobiles.
prints. I want to have a picture.
In my
of
wolf form, I kind of walk over to the charred tree and kind of like paw at the bark. Is there anything going on here?
It kind of flakes off a little bit, but nothing. There's nothing really to this tree anymore. It looks like it was struck by lightning. You
Okay.
do see what looks like. Well, you can't. No, actually, you can't. There's not even any more char. You do find bits of silver shards sticking up out of some of the out of the snow.
Hmm. Okay.
While she's investigating, I know it's completely cratered, but is there even a foundation thing left?
Well, yeah,
The
it's
house-
not. It's not like a bomb was dropped. It's just like the house has just been demolished. So there is still a foundation. Yes.
I'll look through that. Ryan will look through that and see if there.
I mean, you find broken furniture, walls. I mean, you don't find any like personal effects.
Whose house was this?
It belonged to Midnight Timberworks. It was the corporate house.
Midnight Timberworks.
Is there anything weird with the foundation?
No, the foundation is a slab foundation.
It's a slab.
Would I have who was the person, Lestrade's person who showed up at the St. Bart's?
Simple.
Grover.
Grover.
Detective
Yep, Detective Grover. Let me get his first name. Steven, I think. Just let me double check.
Do we have any
Steven
sort of
Grover.
contact info or a means to get a hold of the Prince's sheriffs or anything like that?
Miranda Crowley. Everyone's got access to Miranda if you're looking for her.
Sure, might as well.
All right. She picks up her phone. This is Crowley.
Crowley, how are you? Have you been to the lake tonight?
Why would
Or any?
Who is this?
Oh, new phone, who dis? This is Dante Crope. Sorry, I had to get a new burner. We've been conscripted by Alaric Kane to search for Miss Annabelle since she disappeared this past Saturday with all the goings-on, whatever they may be. We went to look for her, and he was one of her own, right, Grover?
Grover, no. Grover's immortal. Human.
Oh, he's immortal. Okay,
Detective Grover.
he's Lestrade's plant in the local PD.
One of the local PDs, yep.
Okay. And she's aware of him, obviously.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. When we went out to look, we found what remained of Alaric's ghoul and no sign of Annabelle. There's something wrong with the lake. The kindred need to stay away from it. It calls to us. It beckons us to...
I mean, the lake is everywhere. I mean, the whole place is called Lake Blackwater.
Oh, I'm well aware, and trust me. I'm talking about the lake in particular, the body of water, the ice above it, and whatever else is underneath it. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. Beyond that, I'll send you an address on the northern edge of the lake. This may not concern you, but it's where the ley lines in the region cross. There was a house here something happened here. I don't know what you investigate, but I know it might have to do with what's going on right now and possibly Annabelle's disappearance. So I'm just making you aware. So maybe you can pass on the word to the prince or anybody else interested in keeping their necks and whatever's under the lake, under the lake.
Thanks.
Does anybody else have anything to add?
No, I think it is a good idea for all of the vampires to stay as far from the water as possible right now.
Agreed. Else it'll drag you with it.
Thanks for the heads up, Dante.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thanks up. All right. We're going to wrap things up at this point within the next 10 minutes. We have reached a natural conclusion. You guys are kind of reaching. You're not reaching in the right directions, though. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay
The
because
players aren't as smart as the characters.
no, it's not that. There's stuff that needs to be done in downtime. There's more stuff that needs to be discovered, and you can't do everything in a 4-hour. You can't solve an entire plot in its first night out.
4 hours.
As much as we want to. as much as we want to. All right. So I'm going to put a snooze on these, and we're going to snooze out all the ads till the end. All right. So tonight was a little slower than usual. I want to start with Dante Crow. Tell me what was memorable about tonight. What you thought about it, and what you want to do going forward.
Going out on the lake seemed like a bad idea to me, but it was definitely memorable.
Yeah.
Agreed. I was like, is this really the plan, guys?
I'm sitting here going.
The mystery of it is, it's untangling the thing, and that's the thing is, you got to find that loose thread to pull loose, and some loose threads are MacGuffins, like a random, broken rifle at a place that we only just kind of went looking at. But anyway, just giving you shit, Ryan.
No, it might lead to something else. You don't know.
But that's the thing is, you don't know which strand is going to pull loose and which one is going to lead you to the knot of the middle. So, I don't know. I just kind of find myself at a loss, and that was just kind of feeling around, trying to see what I could find. What I want to do going forward, find somewhere else to eat, I guess, because I don't want to go through that again trying to feed, even though it's convenient to feed near my haven. But I don't know. Maybe let Ryan take the wheel a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
You got a feeding ground now. You can feed there.
Yes, I know. Yeah, we got to test that out. Now, what if a farmer develops a taste for mortal blood? Like, is that a flaw or something like that?
It's not a flaw. You don't lose farmer. It's just you're still your preferred feeding method. You can feed it. You can feed in other ways, but you got the animalism. You got the dots for being a farmer. So you're a farmer. There's no way to really change it, but you can feed in other manners. All right, so retired level Bravo, Jeff. Memorable moment. What you want to do going forward? Kind of what you like. Just give me your words of wisdom today.
I found like when we went to the church and we were getting some sort of weird vibe. We saw stuff in the ice, and it was scary. I thought we were going to get something, but okay, well, that's cool. We got a little bit, but yeah, as far as the I guess what I wanted to do going forward is find something amongst all. We just chased down all the clues, and
kind of know what I want to do for some downtimes. Sorry to step on you at the end there.
Yeah, I want to go to the new hunting grounds and look at who lived there and any empty homes or anything like that.
All right, and it is hard, especially with a new mystery that's starting out, because you got pacing is so much harder with a mystery than it is with like an Elysium, because you don't want to give everything out in the first 4 hours, especially when it's supposed to last, You know, I'm hoping this plot lasts for like 5-6 sessions. So I don't want to like, but the impetus is to push forward. But you can only push so forward so much because otherwise the narrative starts to unravel a little bit. So it's hard for me to find that balance. Ulfield, tell me your stuff.
I really enjoyed that whole church scene. You did a great job with the imagery on that. It was delightfully creepy, and the continuing talking face was awesome. So I had a great time with that. I think that's why my character was just like, more old buildings, please. Yes. But yeah, lots of interesting stuff, and I'm loving how much this is weaving into the werewolf events. So I can't wait to see where this goes.
Excellent. I can't wait either. All right, Ryan, tell us the things.
Not to beat a dead horse to death, but the church was pretty cool. Going out on the water and everything, that was the way you describe it. I have a hard time actually imagining stuff. So the way you describe it when it's so visceral, it's like, maybe I don't want to step in here, you know, maybe I don't want to experience these things. I'm tapping out. You know.
See, you went away when the going got tough, and you're.
Yeah, really. Oh yeah, my compulsion has faded.
All right, so my stuff for tonight. My stuff. Ryan, I wish I got to see more of your compulsion. We got to work on that.
Yeah, that was one thing that really threw me.
It's okay. We're all learning.
We're all learning,
and you get better by doing.
And everyone gets a freebie.
It also really doesn't help that I've been so disconnected from the character so long, and then getting right back into it. And this is how he would act. Now here's another curveball. So yeah, I'm sorry.
I understand. It's got to be tough too. I gotta understand it. And everyone gets a freebie, so don't worry about it, man. Everyone makes mistakes. Not everyone does everything they're supposed to do at the same time. It's no big deal.
It was just one thing that was on my mind constantly.
Yeah, but next time you'll do it. You'll get your compulsion and you'll go with it. Like we just sort of glossed over Dante's paranoia compulsion too.
We were out at the site. He's like, I'm not leaving the car.
I'm not leaving the car, exactly.
Yeah, and honestly, the rifle is a perfectly, how do you know that somebody isn't very connected to their rifle? That could be Ryan and his rifles.
Exactly.
Ryan and his rifles.
As soon as he said that, I was like,
nope, I don't want to be here.
But we were there researching ley lines crossing and mystical events causing things to awaken under the lake. I didn't think a M16 or AR-15 was going to be that key.
History. It's a witness to history. You know. So I will track it down. It will be somebody's, and it'll be like, you. What the fuck happened?
What I liked about game tonight was everyone was really into trying to solve the mystery. Everybody was into it, and I like that. Weird. What's that?
It's so weird. What you put before us is so cool. It's like, okay, now we have to know. You know?
I want to know what's under the. I know what's under the ice. Yesterday, between writing and generation, I did 36 pages of plot writing for Vampire. I felt bad because I did so much for Werewolf. So I did 36. It's Jason. It's not Jason, Princess Brohammer. Oh, I can promise it's not Jason. It's worse. It's Freddy versus Jason.
Oh God!
Versus Jason. Werewolves versus Jason.
Werewolves versus Jason. Exactly. So
my kid is really stoked to play a campaign.
He really.
We'll have to get like the
kids campaign.
Nerdwire and his kids and all that. Yeah.
The kids campaign. Exactly. It's Aliens versus Predator bad. All right, so I want to thank everyone for being here. I'm going to give 5 XP to everyone tonight. 5 XP is a good place to go. Downtimes. I'll be online tomorrow, so I can do downtimes tomorrow. I'm going to try to be online almost every day this week. So if you see me and you want to do downtimes, let me know.
I think me and Salvatore definitely need to try and get together for some downtimes this week because I need to do some research on my family.
On the fam.
I definitely need to do downtimes to actually get businesses up and running.
Absolutely.
Up and running.
And I'm also going to be playing some Romancing Saga 3 this week as well. It's a cool game. I wanted all the downtimes. Yes, retroactive TV. Absolutely.
I know, I'm so sad, Nerdwire. We'll get to downtime again. At least I hope so. Don't die in the 1870s, Elwin. Don't do it.
I don't know what happened last time. I don't know why you guys are back in the 1870s, but I'll be watching next time. Audience support, I
Way to go,
promise.
Team Wildwood. Good job.
All right, so let me see. Who
Yeah, that
are
was
we going to raid?
Right?
Who are we raiding tonight?
Who Phil gets something in the mail, postmark
Right?
1870. We were holding on to this.
it's like
The Western Union guy just walks up to me with an envelope. Just like, all right, let's do this.
She gets a bunch of map locations. They were dead drops from Elwin, you know. Then she like digs it up.
And he comes up to you like the courier from Fallout. Oh, here you go, just completely out of nowhere.
Right.
Where the fuck did you come from? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like,
How did you track me down all the way out here?
All right, we're going to raid Retro Perspective because he's on. He's playing Klonoa, Empire Dreams. Looks like on the GBA. He's turned into a cool kind of PNG tuber. Plays a lot of great retro games. Almost everything is based on what his watchers want him to play. Then he plays a lot of obscure RPGs. So lots of great stuff. We're going to go visit Retro Perspective. Give them all our love, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, laters.
bye.
Bye.
Well, we still got about 10 seconds while everyone joins the raid. Then we'll go by.
10 seconds of waving.
Oh, jazz hands.
All right, here we go.
Have a great night, guys.